Yo, what's up? Hey guys, OC with you on the original OC channel on this Wednesday night, January 14th, 2025. We got breaking news in the watch world, breaking news, rumors about Patek Philippe pricing, all of the details. Coming up in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. We have all of the information from a reliable source, unconfirmed, but yet a reliable source. Patek Philippe pricing may be changing. I want to make sure that people have a chance to trickle into the chat so we don't have to repeat the news over and over and over again. But hope everyone is doing well. If you're watching right now, drop in a comment in the chat. I want to say hi to every single person who's watching. We already have 7 people watching. All right, we're up to 7, guys. Upvote the live stream. If we have 7 people watching, we should have 7 likes. Let's see who we have in the chat. We have Logan Hall's Grill Streams, member of the OC channel, second in the chat, but maybe he was first to like the stream. Good to have you here, Logan. What is up? Oh, we also have Slurms Mackenzie. Slurms, do you want me to call you Slurms or do you want me to call you by your real account name? I'm happy to call you Slurms. By the way, there's no trolling in the chat, Slurms. No trolling in the chat. We do strictly boring watch talk here, so no trolling. The moderators, keep an eye on Slurms. Make sure he behaves. Boring watch talk only, Mr. Mackenzie. Got Ghost of Yiddish Gambino, member of the OC channel, also here. Third mofos, that's slang for motherfuckers. Heading out to Laurent Ferrier event in a little while and rocking the Platinum Cartier. That's 2 strikes. I'm heading to a Laurent Ferrier event, strike 1. And I'm rocking the Platinum Cartier. Strike 2. Peace out, biatches. No. All cool. Yeah, Giddish Gambino. Hope you have a great time at your watch nerd event. I don't hate Laurent Ferrier. I don't mind them. Listen, if you've got tons of disposable income, if you're like super rich and you like blowing 50 grand on a watch, hey, go for Laurent Ferrier. No objection, but you got to be super rich. Laurent Ferrier is not for the faint of heart. Hey, we got Pip in the chat. Good evening, OC. Just checking in at work. My APAD closed in Chicago. Now what? Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that AP has closed in Chicago. I would probably go to Dallas. I know that AP, which is acronym for Audemars Piguet. Audemars Piguet has a big operation in Dallas. I'd probably check out Dallas, Pip. Very sorry to hear that. It's tough. It's tough whenever an SA leaves or an authorized dealer closes. Yeah, it's very inconvenient. You got to start from scratch. It's unfair. It's completely unfair how people have to start from scratch. By the way, there's breaking news in the social media world too that I want to get to in just a second. I want to be very careful how I handle this because the person is someone that I respect in the social media space. Yet it is an important announcement, but I want to treat it with class and with dignity, and I don't want to exploit it. So I have a very serious news to share with the audience, and it's kind of solemn and bittersweet. So hang in there for just a little bit. I'll get to it in just 2 minutes, but I want to make sure that that we handle the news and the information delicately. Yeah, good luck, Pip. Feel free to jump on if you want to talk about it. What APs are you interested in? And do you think there's a realistic chance that if you start over with Dallas or some other location that you'll get it? I don't know. Depends what you want. Depends what your relationship is. We can make it work. Pip, you're a VIP. Come on. We can figure it out. We'll figure it out. Doc Mick in Florida is in the chat, also a member. Hello, everyone. Got Andy Lewis. He's in the Lone Star State. He can help you out. He can hook you up with AP. Maybe. I don't know. Howdy, y'all. His customary greeting. Hey, look at this. A superstar of the watch community. Maldives is in the chat. A member of the OC channel. Member at like the highest level, which is like campaign chair or something like that. It's like a super high level. He's a very generous member of the community. Yo, it's 2026. What's up, Maldives? Good to have you in the chat. Ghost of Yiddish Gambino is here. And I'm just going to remove your comment. Stefan is in the chat, member of the OC channel. Hey, OC, what's up, Stefan? Good to see you here. Be careful with the trolling slurms. Be careful. MD Chaz is in the chat. Yay! My phone is working again. I'm sorry it was broken. If it was broken, that's not good. Get a new one. Get a new one. Fork over a couple of grand for a new phone. It got Jefferson Electric, not a member yet. I still like to greet everybody in the chat. More outstanding Patek content from OC. Thank you. Got Johnny O. He's in Chicagoland. He's a member of the OC channel. Good evening. Got all the best people in the chat. We now have 11 people watching. We're up to 11 people. That's 9 on YouTube, 1 on Grindr, and we've got 1 person on Hinge. Whatever Hinge is. If you're on Hinge, head on over to YouTube. You can't type in comments on Hinge. You can just swipe. It's like endless swiping. Head on over to YouTube, type in a comment, and say hello. And by the way, who's on Grindr? If you're watching on Grindr, head on over to YouTube. Let's consolidate the viewers onto YouTube. We have Gatsby logging in with a member milestone chat campaign senior advisor. What is this? Patek is lowering prices. It's finally happened then. Hell hath frozen over. We do have breaking news on that topic. Very reliable source. Patek's lowering prices. I have all the details coming up. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to go anywhere. Guys, if you have something to do tonight, fucking postpone it, call it off, cancel it. This is where you want to be. Jump on. Let's jump. Have people jump on the panel. If I drop the link, nobody will join, but that's okay. It's all right. I don't mind running the show solo. Join the panel. I'll drop a nice fat link in here. I'm going to ask my crack team of moderators to pin the link. Thank you. Thank you, boss. Appreciate it. Mathis is in the chat, co-CEO of the Watch Colony Channel Network. Yo, upvote. Thank you for the reminder. Everybody upvote. We got, we're still at 11 people. Let's get 11 upvotes. SAT question. If Patek raises price, oh, here we go. This is like the government is going to be cutting spending. Oh, really? How are they doing that? Well, we're only increasing the budget by 7% this year. What do you mean? That's an increase. No, it's a cut because the costs are going up by 10% and we're only increasing the budget by 7%. So we're cutting costs. We're cutting the budget. Hey, SAT question. If Patek raises prices, this new math list, guys, follow along. This is tough math. If Patek raises prices by 15% and then cuts prices by 8% and then raises prices by 6%, what is the final price? That's a very, very elaborate equation. That's 15 minus 8 plus 6 equals X. Solve for X. Solve for X. Let's see, who else do we have here? Don't insult the moderators, Gambino. Don't insult them. I trust my moderators Implicitly, my moderators have my full support. Hey, Dingo Dave from Australia is in the chat. Numero 18. Thank you for being of vote number 18. Let's get to 25 likes. Get to 25 likes. By the way, I want to cover some breaking news, but I want to cover it very delicately. So I just want to do a precursor, just preface. I want to preface by saying this is a very serious topic. And someone who's very well respected in the watch space on social media has made a very important announcement, and I want to cover it with dignity and respect. And I don't want it exploited, and I don't want the chat to go crazy with like rumors and innuendo or conspiracy theories or anything like that. So if you could just hang in there and respect those wishes, I would really appreciate it. But someone who I admire, who's known on social media as Old Watch Lady, and she's on Instagram, and I follow her. I followed her for many years. I don't know her true identity. We've corresponded a little bit. We haven't corresponded all that much. I can't say that I've spoken with her or that we've communicated back and forth frequently. I can't say that she's a friend. But I do follow her, and she did post something that I think is an important announcement that I wanted to share with you guys. And I'll just read it here. It says, attention, after a truly horrendous few weeks, I've decided to leave the world of watch collecting. I have today put my remaining watches in the hands of a trusted dealers, and I will deactivate my account in the next few days. Will not be saying anything further on the subject. Peace and love. And that's a very sad announcement. I truly hope that everything is okay with her health-wise. I just don't want to speculate as to what could be going on, but if something is going on where she felt the need to, number one, unplug from social media, that's one thing, but number two, to completely leave the watch community and to sell all of her watches, I think that's a very, very serious thing. So I hope, just on behalf of everybody here in the watch community, we wish her the best. We don't want to exploit this issue for any reason. But Old Watch Lady with 60,000 followers on Instagram and a fixture on watch social media is calling it quits, is leaving social media and leaving the hobby of watch collecting, which is a very startling and shocking announcement. All I can say again is I hope everything is okay. I hope that her health is okay and that everything with her family is good. And she has my utmost respect and best wishes. And that's that. If anybody else wants to weigh in the chat respectfully on the topic, respectfully, please, then please do so. I know that she has an amazing collection. As a matter of fact, I don't think she would mind if I pulled up her Instagram. Let me see here. Don't want to dox her private messages to me, though. So how do I do that? Boom. Oh, whoa, that was close. That was close. Okay, let's do that. Boom. This is her Instagram. She posted religiously And let me just share a little bit of her Instagram here. She had watches from all brands. Here you can see Cartier, you can see Rolex, just all kinds of vintage Rolex. Here she has the coral red OP41. Here she has Bulgari. More Rolex, including the all the way on the right, the Rolex Day-Date in yellow gold. Here she had the original root beer, the originally GMT Master from Rolex here. She has an Omega in the middle, another Cartier. Look, she has the mini King Midas. That's the Queen Midas. She had the Rolex Queen Midas on the right. Just an amazing person, amazing collection. Look at this, vintage Daytona. Here's the Vacheron Patrimony there. The Rolex Sea Dweller. This is one of the original Sea Dwellers. Cartier tank here. Look at this. She even had a Tudor. She even had a Tudor. Wow, that's a commitment to watches. Here is the Hoyer Carrera. Is that the Hoyer Carrera? Oh, that's what it's called, right? What's that one called? Oh, the Hoyer Octavia. She's got the Cermet, the original Kermit, sorry, with the aluminum bezel. Just like so many. Well, she's got Breitling Navitimer there. Just, I mean, you could just go for miles and miles. The root beer with the nipple dial. Such an amazing collection. It'd be sad, really sad to see her go. She never look at this. She got the John Mayer, the yellow gold John Mayer Daytona. She's got the Snoopy, the Omega Speedmaster Snoopy edition. Just so much cool stuff. You know, she wasn't afraid to collect anything and show off anything that she liked. That's what made her that's what makes her social media account so incredible. There's really, I mean, look at this AP with the green dial. I mean, who's even seen that anywhere? All kinds of, but she really, really loved Rolex, loved Cartier. All of this is from her collection. Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. Let's see. We've got Magic City in the chat. What's up, Magic City? Good to see you in the chat. Eldescence is here. Sup, OC. Sup, Eldescence. Hey, we got Brody, member for 16 months. OC, what do you think happens to Tudor prices this year? I think Tudor prices actually went up. Tudor prices went up on January 1st. Nobody covered it because nobody cares. Nobody cares. So, yeah, I mean, obviously in secondary, prices are going to continue to drop. I see Tudor being probably the poorest performing brand of all watch brands. I think if you look at the top 50 Swiss watch brands, Tudor and Hublot will likely be the worst performing brands in 2025. Thank you for the comment, Brody. By the way, if you have a star next to your name, then please check and see if you have a member milestone chat, free member milestone chat available. Please use it before you lose it. That's what my mama told me. Use it before you lose it. And if you don't have a star next to your name, follow in the footsteps of all the great people who do have stars next to their name and become a member. And the link to become a member is right here. Slurm says, yeah, a lot of non-approved brands. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but that's okay. She's an OG watch collector. So if you're just joining right now, very sad news in the watch community. Let me pull it up here. Yeah, very, very sad news indeed. Old watch lady, 60,000 viewers, 60,000 followers on Instagram, making a surprise announcement tonight. I'll read it again. Attention, after a truly horrendous few weeks, and I don't even want to speculate as to what may have occurred over the last few weeks. After a truly horrendous few weeks, I've decided to leave the world of watch collecting. I have today put my remaining watches in the hands of trusted dealers, and I will deactivate my account in the next few days. Will not be saying anything further on the subject. Peace and love. I did reach out to Old Watch Lady to express my best wishes to her. I don't expect her to respond or to jump on the stream or anything. So I respect her wishes that she will not be elaborating on this comment. And I don't want to do any unfair exploitation or speculation. But I wish her, again, on behalf, I think, of all of us, I think it's safe to say, I hope that it is, I hope it's, her health is okay, everything is okay with her family, and I hope all is well. And I hope this decision is something that she's doing to make a dramatic improvement in her well-being and in her life, whether it be financially or emotionally, psychologically, or whatever. So best wishes to Old Watch Lady. I'm going to drop the link to her Instagram, even though it's only going to be active for apparently just a couple more days. I don't expect her to reconsider. Again, I don't know what's going on, and I'm not going to speculate. But head on over to her page. We've got just to follow her, and if you want to leave her a comment, a nice comment, that'd be great. Aquanauts for everyone. Patek prices. We have the latest rumor, unconfirmed, but yet from a credible source. And I'll be sharing that in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Helgestrand is in the chat. What's up, Helgestrand? Thank you very much for being here. Hope she takes a world cruise with the proceeds. She could definitely take several world cruises with the proceeds from her collection for sure. And we got Dear Artifact, member for 15 months. Thank you so much for being a member. Evening OC, sorry to hear that Old Watch Lady is exiting the community. I always enjoyed seeing her posts. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a big loss for all of us. You know, even if you didn't know her, you know, you guys just got the sense that she was just a great person, a great lady. Someone who loved the hobby, loved sharing her passion for watches with all of us. Loved sharing her extremely diverse and eclectic collection with. I mean, none of us. You could go to an antique show and not see the kind of pieces that she has. You know, like really, really a sweet soul, as far as I know. And I can't imagine anybody having a bad thing to say about her. She was just absolutely, even though I didn't know her, you could just get the sense that she was an incredible lady, an incredible person, such a huge contributor to the watch community in what she did, and always a positive force, just a positive and pleasant. In this age where it's like social media, there's like all kinds of negativity and toxicity and crazy, stuff that happens. She was always a beacon of positivity and inspiration for collectors worldwide. I can't imagine anybody ever saying anything in any way negative about Old Watch Lady. You have to be a really despicable and sad human being to ever besmirch the good nature, positive character, and huge contributor to the watch community that Old Watch Lady was. Genji says, "Oh no, she's a good one." Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's tough. It's a sad and solemn occasion here. And I just I mean, it's one thing if it were something related to social media, but for her to decide to leave the entire community, I mean, it's kind of like it's like a triple whammy when you think about it. Like I could see like someone getting off social media. That's like, you know what, no problem. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest members here of this channel reached out to me just a few days ago, said, "OC, I'm unplugging from social media." And this is one of my very dear friends, one of my very close friends. Said, "I'm unplugging from social media, from YouTube, and just wants to spend more time with the family and more time doing sports and reading and doing all things that are far more positive and constructive than watching these streams." let's be honest. These streams, they're entertaining, they're fun, but I could say 99% of you could easily be finding something to do that's way better and more productive. And I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine. So this person reached out and said, "Listen, I'm not going to be watching you anymore. I'll always be supporting you from upon high, but I won't be watching the stream." And that's cool. But so that's one thing to unplug from social media. Number two, to say, "Listen, I'm not going to be sharing anything about my collection anymore. Like I've decided like to not buy any more watches." Like that's another thing. But then the third thing is like to get rid of all your watches, to say like, "Hey, not only am I not passionate about watches anymore, but I'm actually going to get rid of everything." Like that's just I just hope everything's okay. I just hope it's not some kind of life-changing event that's causing that. Hey, we got Boxer in the chat. Amazing collection and an amazing woman. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Also, by the way, you know who else was an amazing woman? Old Watch Lady. She also had an amazing collection. So I hope I can extend your appreciation of me over to her as well. Hopefully all is well, and she's just taking a break from the hobby. I hope so too, but it sounds a little bit more serious than that, a little bit more serious. Andy Lewis in the chat. Hey, got the franchise clubs. Old Watch Lady was nice enough to send us an email and thank us for shining a light on the dragon via a clip. Well wishes to her. Yeah, shout out to the team Curly and the team at the franchise clubs. Old Watch Lady, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't imagine anybody ever saying anything negative or sharing a negative experience about Old Watch Lady. She was from what I could tell, an extremely positive and highly productive and contributing member of the global watch community. Had an amazing collection, was a very, very nice person. Never heard a bad word about her. Never heard anybody say a single bad thing about Old Watch Lady. 60,000 followers, real followers, 60,000 real followers on Instagram, right? Thank you for sharing that. Tobister McDonkey's in the chat. What's up, Tobister? Is this a question that you expect me to actually answer? The one Patek I would maybe buy is the 5227G. It sells for around 30,000 new. Does it really? I don't think there's any Patek that sells for 30,000 new. 5227G Patek 5227G. No, that's not 30,000 new. My brother has this watch. My brother has this exact watch. Shout out to my brother. This watch is not 30,000 new, unless this is like Australian dollars. Maybe I don't know. Are these Australian dollars? This watch is 51,600. 51,600. Yeah, Calatravas are not cheap. This one's in white gold with a beautiful black dial. 51,000. Yeah. If anybody wants to jump on the panel, share your thoughts about Old Watch Lady. And we're going to get to the Patek news in 5 minutes. We got breaking news of a very good, reliable source that has typed up some notes on what they speculate is likely to happen with Patek Philippe. And I'll be sharing that in 5 minutes. But until then, we got 47 people watching, breaking news here. And again, for those of you who just joined the stream, old watch lady, 60,000 followers on Instagram, made an announcement just a couple of hours ago. Very important piece of information. I'll read it again. Attention. After a truly horrendous few weeks, I've decided to leave the world of watch collecting. I've today put my remaining watches in the hands of trusted dealers, and I will deactivate my account in the next few days. Will not be saying anything further on the subject. Peace and love. And we respect her announcement. And again, on behalf of all of us, wish her the very, very best. And I can only hope that her being away from social media will enrich her life and make it better, more productive, allow her to spend more time doing better things, and truly, improving the balance, the force in her life. And with respect to the watch collecting, I'm sad to see her go. But there are a lot of now's the time for consolidation and reflection anyway in the watch world. So if you're in the watch community, you've been there, if you're like a COVID era collector like I am, or if you've even been collecting for 10 or 15 or 20 years, right now is an important time to reflect, consolidate, make sure your CPW, which is your cost per wear, is at a very high ratio. You want your cost per wear to be cost per wear is something that you need to maximize. If you're not wearing something and you got $40,000 watch just sitting in a box that you wear like once a month, cost per wear is very, very high, right? You want to have efficient cost per wear. Cool. All right. I think I've covered that topic completely. Now, on to the breaking news. Let me share this with you guys. From a reliable source. Now take it with a grain of salt, because nothing is set in stone. But here's the information that I've received, and I've been told, and I did check with this source. I did communicate with this source. They say they stand by it, but anything can happen. According to a reliable source, Patek Philippe will be reducing prices 8% across the board. That's for the United States. Okay, that applies to the United States. It is unconfirmed whether or not price reductions will be applied in other territories. So again, just to repeat, very reliable source reporting at this hour that a very reliable source is reporting at this hour that prices effective the 1st of February for Patek Philippe in the United States will be reduced 8%. Bullet point number 2, following the reset, expect, now that this to me means speculation. Like if you say like may or expect for this to happen, that means the timing isn't set. That means I'm going to assume that this is more speculation than anything. Okay. Following the reset, expect a upward adjustment of approximately 6% specifically on gold references. That to me like doesn't make sense. Like why you'd lower prices by 8% and then like maybe 3 or 4 months. I don't think they've planned out like, by the way, in 3 months after that, then we're going to raise prices on gold references. I don't think they've thought that far ahead. So I'm going to say, using my analytical hat, putting my analytical cap on, to disregard that bullet regarding 6% adjustments on gold references. And then here's some comments here about retailer margins and retroactive credits. You can read that and make of it what you wish. I don't particularly, I haven't purchased any pieces during the time between November 15th and now, where the prices were adjusted by 15%. So it doesn't apply. If you purchased a Patek Philippe after November 15th, jump on the panel. Jump on the panel. We want to talk to you, because it says here that you may be, your dealer may be willing or may have some flexibility to give you a credit or some kind of discount based on your purchase. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions whatsoever? Gil O'Shea says, are these Patek reduced prices in the room with you right now? The Patek reduced prices in the room with you right now? No, they are not. They are not in the room. What I have is this information and this information only. But yeah, breaking news at this hour, Patek Philippe. Now, here's the question. What do you think of this? Do you think this redeems Patek Philippe? Do you think this is a good move? Do you agree with this? Do you think it makes Patek Philippe look foolish? Does it make Terry Stern look foolish, or does it make him look smart? I'd love to get your opinion on that topic. Because I want to do a poll question. I want to do a poll question about this. Okay. And I just want to think about what a good first poll question would be. Let's see. I can spontaneously come up with a poll question. Let's do this. If true, do you think this is a good? It's a lot of words there. If true, is Patek lowering prices a good thing? And I'll just put in a few choices here. And once you type you select your choice, let me know why. Let me know why. Here's the poll question. The poll is live. Here's the question. If true, assuming this is true, is Patek lowering prices? I don't know if that's worded correctly or not. But is Patek lowering prices a good thing? Is this a good thing? How do you characterize this for Patek Philippe? Is their lowering prices going to be viewed as a positive thing or a negative thing? Is it very positive or just like a little bit positive? Is it like, you know what, this is still negative? Like this makes things worse for them. Let us know in the chat. And listen, explain why. You guys are supposed to be the smart collectors, right? You're supposed to be the smart collectors. So I want to know, why do you feel that way? Like if it's a negative thing, why do you think it's negative that they're lowering prices now? Does it make them look stupid? Does it make them look wishy-washy? If you think this is a good idea, is it just like, hey, you know what? I like fucking lower prices. Like that's why. I just want fucking lower prices. I want to save money. That's all there is to it. So let's get to see how many people do we have watching. We have 40 people watching. 40 people watching. So let's get to at least 20 votes. At least 20 votes. No, I didn't get I didn't get the movie joke. I did not get it. Let's see. We've got Tickle My Talk in the chat. What's up? I'm watching you tickle my talk. Be good. Be good. Tobaster McDonkey weighs in. It really is an embarrassment for Patek. They have TDS. That's Terry. Is that Terry derangement syndrome? Where is that? What is that? Was that Trump derangement syndrome? Raised prices to stick it to the orange man. I got it. It really is an embarrassment for Patek. They have Trump derangement syndrome. They raised prices to stick it to the orange man. Then they realized no one's going to pay $51,000 for a 5227 that sells for $35,000 new on Chrono 24 and $30,000 used. Okay. Thank you very much. Got it. Thank you, Tobister. U-turn on prices is a humiliation. Okay, I understand your logic. I think I think there's quite a few people that feel that way, that agree with you on that. That it is a humiliation, and it shows like they're wishy-washy, right? Slurms, you got to be careful. Listen, this is not a trolling chat. Not a trolling chat. Hey, OC, your King Midas is really cool. Can you please do your Elvis impersonation for us? Slurms, you're on thin ice. You're on thin ice. No trolling. This is boring watch talk, Slurms. Get used to it. But since you brought it up, I want to share something with you. Check this out. Yeah. I have the King Midas right here. Check it out. It is really cool. This thing weighs a ton. Yellow gold. Yellow gold. Yeah, it's awesome. And by the way, I don't mean to embarrass one of the members of the chat, but this was a beautiful urn that was a gift by, I don't want to embarrass him unless he wants me to. Yeah. Someone, when I got my King Midas, and I usually don't accept gifts. I don't accept payment in any form from brands or retailers, but this was a very special gift from a member of the community who had this custom made and hand painted. Custom made and hand painted, and I keep my King Midas in it. Yeah, he made this special for me to house my King Midas. Really, and it's one of my very cool gift. Thank you very much. I have it right here. I always have it here on my desk. So if you ever want to steal my King Midas, just break into OC Studio, and you'll find it right there on my in my studio console. Thank you for the question about the King Midas. ZD says, I think it would be fabulous. The way they raised prices last year was egregious, as we've talked about before. The 6196 came out during Watches and Wonders around 47,000. They raised it to 49,000 right away. Yeah, and it's even more than that now, right? The 6196. Let's see. Patek 6196. Yeah, the price now is through the roof. Here it is here. Scroll down. I think it's like $57,000. So yeah, so it went up $10,000 since its introduction at Watches and Wonders. Good point. ZD. Hey, we've got Jonathan Smith in the chat. What's up, Jonathan Smith? VOC, aka the Patexter. We talk about, if you're new to the channel, by the way, this is the original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. We talk about Rolex and Patek and Richard Mille and AP, and maybe a little bit of F. Pajon if you're an investment collector. But we don't really talk about Breguet. We don't talk about Blancpain. We don't talk about Nomos. We don't talk about Oris. We don't talk about Norquan or, Studio Underdog. We don't do Casio here. Not to besmirch the good people that are Seiko people or Casio people. All the best to you, but we just don't focus on it here. We like to focus on the good brands. Listen, I don't want to besmirch anybody who collects all of those other brands, but we like to focus on the good brands here. Just like myopically focus on the good brands. Hey, we got Madman, member for 1 month. Thank you, Madman. Happy to hear it, but isn't it a bad sign for the industry or a brand? So you have mixed emotions. Not sure what to think. Are pieces getting hard to move for Patek? Is this a preemptive strike? Excellent question, Madman. I think things at Rolex and Patek and AP and Richard Mille are tough. And those are the approved brands. Imagine how things are at Breitling. Imagine how things are at IWC, at Panerai, at JLC, at Tudor, at Hublot, at Vacheron. Guys, 2026 is going to be a fucking bloodbath. Okay? If you can walk into a Rolex store anywhere in North America and get offered a rose gold root beer, a white gold Submariner, full gold Sky Dwellers, gold Sky Dwellers on Oyster Flex, two-tone Datejusts, and a whole bunch of other shit without even asking, and people aren't buying them. What does it say for Patek Calatrava? What does it say for $500,000 Richard Mille pieces? What does it say for Code 1159s and offshores? And even worse than that, what does it say about Breitling Super Oceans and Omega Super Oceans and JLC Master Oceans and IWC Aqua Oceans and all of those second tier watches? Who's going to buy those? Because let me ask you a question. Why, if you really love those watches, why didn't you buy them in 2022 or 2023 or 2024? You could have. If you're a smart collector, watch this channel. Chances are you got all the Rolexes that you ever wanted. You probably, if you liked an IWC, you bought it. If you liked a Navitimer, you bought it. If you liked a Cartier Santos, I can't think of a single reason to buy a Cartier Santos today. If you liked the Santos, why didn't you buy it in 2023? They were available. You could get them at retail. Why would you want one now? You don't. It's even less desirable now than it's ever been. So, good point, Madman. Maldives says, if you explicitly tied your hike to a tariff, which was a big mistake, their timing was way off. They never should have raised prices by 15%. They never should have done it in the middle of a month, like on a November 15th. They never should have made it seem like the tariffs were a direct result or associated with tariffs. Those were all big mistakes. Lowering the price when the tariff is removed proves you are an honest partner. So there you go. It's actually saying, you know what? They raised prices. They let it be known that the prices were going up because of, associated with the tariffs. So you know what? Tariffs went down. So you know what? We're going to lower prices. Maybe that's a good point. Maybe Maldives has it right. Maybe it looks like, you know what? These guys weren't such assholes after all. Let's see how things are going in the poll. Got a poll running right now. Let's get 2 more votes. Let's get to 30 votes. When we get to 30 votes, we will read the results. So if you just joined us, we got a poll running. If true, what do you think? How would you characterize Patek lowering prices? Is it a very positive thing, somewhat negative, or very negative? How would you characterize this move if true? And it's going to come to fruition on February 1st, according to the rumors. According to the rumors. One more person is going to vote, and then we're going to close the poll and read the results. And the results are binding. The results will be certified, ratified, and will be binding on the watch community. If true, how would you characterize Patek lowering prices? And boom, we're closing the poll. Closing the poll. Wow. This is overwhelming. Overwhelming. If true, how would you characterize Patek lowering prices? 60% of you said very positive. An additional 20% of you said somewhat positive. That's 80%. 80% of you said either somewhat positive or very positive. Then we had some people who thought it was a negative thing. 13% very negative, 7% somewhat negative. So about 20% people thought it was either somewhat negative or very negative. 80% of you thought it was at least somewhat positive. Thank you for voting in the poll. Appreciate the viewer participation. Thank you, Maldives, for the comment. It only makes sense, Gatsby says, that Patek reduce prices to reflect the recent reduction in tariffs. I would suspect that this will bring their retail pricing back in line with the rest of the world. I sure would hope so. These prices are high. And the thing is, like, the thing is, it doesn't, I mean, the game doesn't make sense. Like when the journey, like a lot of us like will calculate the journey. Okay, like if I want to get an Aquanaut, how do I get the Aquanaut? Well, the journey is step 1 is you buy this, step 2 you buy that, step 3 boom Aquanaut, or step 3 you buy then. So like, if your goal is just to get the Aquanaut, or if your goal is just to get the Royal Oak, or your goal is to just get the Daytona, none of these games work financially anymore. None of them work. If you think any of these games work, jump on the panel and prove it to me. I don't think they do. And that's going to be these guys' big trouble in 2026. If you think about this, if getting a Daytona doesn't work, playing the game, like you have to buy a Datejust or buy a full gold sub or whatever, and you don't come out ahead, imagine what it's like when you have to sell Breitling, IWC, Cartier, Panerai, JLC, Hublot, Vacheron, and the worst brand of all, Tudor. Imagine how those brands are going to be suffering. I think we're going to see a bloodbath. If you disagree, jump on the panel. But no one's going to. It's okay. No one's going to do that. Thank you for the comment. Gatsby. ZD says, it would show that they understand their collector base isn't made up of just centimillionaires. That means people who have 1 billion million. That's a lot. And billionaires, if they actually care about their collector pool. Yeah, I mean, they got to bring in new customers, right? Listen, there's two schools of thought on that. Number one, you need to appeal to slightly younger people in their 30s and 40s. That's young for me. 30s and 40s, who can, you get them in with a $50,000 Patek, and then they grow from there. Or it's like, we don't need the young people. We don't need people who actually work for a living. We just need super rich fucks for whom money is no object, and those are our customers. And we just milk those people. We milk the 1%. There's two schools of thought. I mean, people say, listen, the strategy is to just go competing and getting the top 1%, that's good enough. They don't need the bottom 99%. There are other people who say, you know what? Hey, I'm in the bottom 99%. I'd like to get a Patek one day. I'd like to get a Daytona. Please give it to me. Please let me have a shot at Patek. So I don't know. They should have done, says Tobister, what Rolex did. I agree. Play it cool, wait for things to settle, and let the deal go down. Then have a small increase over the new year. Yeah, Rolex did the right thing. Now, Rolex is getting super expensive. Rolex has gotten to the point, we said this at the beginning of 2025, the price of Day 8s and Daytonas was sky high. Sky Dwellers, forget about it. Sky Dweller is the dog of the lineup at this point. Sky Dweller has to be arguably the worst performing collection at Rolex. I mean, what's worse than the Sky Dweller? First of all, it's an ugly watch with an awful complication in the big Datejust 2 case, and it's the most expensive watch they have. Big mistake, especially on Oyster Flex. The watch is fucking ugly, absolutely ugly. The Sky Dweller could. I am predicting that the Sky Dweller, as soon as Rolex comes out with a new annual calendar, and maybe they come up with a new annual calendar movement for the 1908, that as soon as they introduce the new annual calendar, that they will discontinue the Sky Dweller. Stupid command bezel and the ugly big fat case, those big thick batons, that stupid mechanism where you have that red dot floating around. Awful caliber. Ugly watch. And way overpriced. They're now, Sky Dweller on Jubilee now is over $60,000. Over $60,000. There's not a single one I like. Not a single one. Well, that's not true. I mean, there's a steel with white dial I like on Jubilee. That's a decent watch. Blue, mint green, or is it just regular green? Those are steel on Jubilee. Jonathan Smith reminding everybody to upvote the live stream. Thank you. We got 40 likes, guys. Let's get to, I know it's a stretch. Let's get to 44 likes. Let's get to 44. If you haven't upvoted yet, please upvote the live stream. Hey, got Aussie Expat in the chat. Patek brand failure. It could be. It could be. But I think they got some backlash. They got feedback from the field. And the feedback was, you know what? People ain't buying shit. People are done with the games, bro. They're not going to buy anything. And Patek said, you know what? We better lower the prices in the US. We overstepped our bounds here. Overstepped our bounds. Do you think they would lower prices if they weren't hurting? Says Aussie Expat. The answer is probably, I mean, it's possible that they may want to lower them from a PR perspective, right? But no, common sense says like they're having trouble selling watches, right? I think Q1 and Q2 are going to be fucking bloodbaths. Sorry for my profanity, guys. I'm sorry for the vulgarity, but it's just going to happen. It's just going to be a bloodbath. Who's buying watches now at retail? I got people in my group know this. I got offered a Daytona yesterday. Turned it down. I won't tell you which one, but it's true. I'm very particular. If you get offered a watch, shouldn't it be way, way, way better than watches you already have in your collection? And most of us who've been collecting for at least the last several years, if you've been a smart collector, and you're not a completely antisocial fuckwit, and you're a likable person, you've had the ability to buy pretty much whatever you want at retail, right? So if you had a chance to buy whatever you want at retail over the past several years, you know, then you know, if you're getting offered stuff now, it should be way better than stuff you've already gotten. Don't buy stuff that's less than what you already have. Like, I can't imagine, like, it's a little bit of a soapbox here. Like stainless steel Rolex, I get it. They're good quality watches. But if you have a precious metal date, if you have a precious metal Daytona on Oysterflex or a full gold Daytona, what are you doing getting steel watches? I mean, I get maybe have one steel GMT, but it's over, guys. You know, you're buying watches that are substandard. What are you going to do with an Explorer 1? What are you going to do with an Explorer 2? What are you going to do with an Air King? No offense to Air Kings. Shout out to Air King Ben. What are you going to do with a Datejust? What are you going to do with a Submariner? I don't love the Submariner. Why do you need a Submariner if you have a Daytona on Oysterflex? What are you going to do with a steel Submariner? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, well, there's a green bezel. There's a black bezel. Get the fuck out of here. You don't need a Submariner. Okay? You don't need a GMT. Just go for the, you know, when you reach for the crown, reach for the top of the crown. You go for the date, and you're done. You go as high, you reach the peak. Go for the pinnacle. Go for the best Daytona you can get. Go for the best date you can get. If you get platinum Daytona, get platinum Daytona. If you get meteorite Daytona, get meteorite Daytona. If you need to get like a yellow gold John Mayer Daytona, get John Mayer Daytona. You want get a platinum date, get a yellow gold date, get the best fucking watch you can get. And then when you get offered these stupid stainless steel watches, you think a stainless steel Panda is a great watch? I mean, it's great for fucking nerds at Red Bar events, but for people in the chat here, come on. You should have way better watches than that already. Come on, guys. Get with the program. Hey, I got Father Artifact in the chat. Fortunate to get the 6196. That's this watch right here on the screen. It is a platinum case, manual wine Calatrava, rose opaline dial. Got it prior to the increase. Congrats. What else? Yeah, it's a bloodbath, says Madman. I got a massive discount on a Navitimer pre-Christmas. Which one did you get? I'm afraid to ask. There's certain Navitimers I like, but like Madman, you have is this your two-tone? Is this a two-tone Daytona with a blue dial, or is this a full gold Daytona? Why do you need a Navitimer if you have a Daytona? What else? Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat. If you just joined us, this is the Original OC channel. We have breaking news. I'll share the breaking news. According to a trusted source, Rolex prices will be reduced in the United States by 8% across the board. Other geographies unconfirmed. And take this with a grain of salt. This whole thing is rumor. Reliable sources, but not set in stone. Patek can do anything over the next 2 weeks. They could just change their mind. And Father Artifact says, agree, dump the Sky Dweller. Unless you have a very big wrist, Sky Dweller isn't for you. The complication's dumb anyway. Just skip the Sky Dweller. If I would choose, let's go to the Rolex website. Boom. there's only a few sky dwellers that you should consider. Here you go. Guys, pay attention. OC will be sharing with you the approved models from the Sky Dweller lineup. Okay, there's three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here they are. Sky Dweller on Jubilee blue dial. You're allowed to buy that one. Steel Sky Dweller on Jubilee mint green dial. You're allowed to buy that one. And Steel Sky Dweller Jubilee intense white dial. Those are your three. Those are the three. Uno, dos, tres. You're only allowed to buy those three models. Everything else is an absolute no. Absolute no. 100% no. Okay. I hope I helped you today. Why would you not tell us which Daytona? Just because. Just because. You never know, because I might be getting a different one. You never know. So, but listen, as soon as things are confirmed, I like to be transparent, but I just don't want to say exactly which one, because it's premature. But hello, Chris Hopper. Welcome to the chat. Wasn't two-tone? No, it was not two-tone. It was full. It was a full gold on Oyster Flex. It was one of the best configurations. But look, you guys know my collection, right? I have a rose gold Daytona on Oyster Flex with diamond baguettes. I think it's a pretty nice fucking watch. Which ones are better than that? I mean, maybe the Ghost, maybe if you like the turquoise blue one, maybe. I mean, they're like a few models that are better in my mind, but not many. Out of like the 20 models, there may be like 4 that I would say are better than the one I already have. So I'm not going to buy one that's like not as good. Right. The U.S. Hey, we got macroeconomics in the chat. I'll read it just because I'm not smart, and I have no idea whether this is right or wrong. The U.S. economy is on fire right now. This year will shatter every record for the best economy. Watch sales should reflect that, but the mass fleecing of the USA taxpayer is ending, which could hurt sales. So in other words, you're predicting that the economy will be good, but the Swiss watch industry will buck that trend and actually not grow and will actually shrink. I think you may be right. I mean, if Rolex is having a hard time, Patek's going to have a hard time, Richard Mille, AP, then the other brands have to be in a lot of trouble. Should Patek now be considered a discount brand, says Not Patek Material, since they're discounting their prices? Well, they're not discounting, they're lowering. So they're going to be lowering their prices according to the rumor here. Effective February 1st, prices will be reduced in the United States by 8%. Bargain bin brand. Thank you, Not Patek Material. Now I know Not Patek Material. He had a Patek once and doesn't have one anymore. But he probably will never buy one. Maybe he will. I don't know. It's possible. No OC, says the Artifact. What you're supposed to do is reach for the peak, run off the edge, and then start back at base camp like my dad does. I don't know. Like, be careful. Don't buy everything you get offered. Be discriminating. 2026 is a year to be discriminating. It's okay to say no. It's okay to put their screws to them a little bit. Make them appreciate you as a customer. Now is the time. The Sky Dweller is a real man's Datejust 2. It's like a real man's Datejust 2. Boxer says Sky Dwellers are, in my opinion, definitely better suited for larger wrists. I certainly enjoy wearing mine. That's what we call a subtle flex. That's the humble flex. Like we just, hey, yeah, the Sky Dwellers are cool. I've got one. You really need to have it. You really need to have a large wrist. That's why I like wearing my Sky Dweller. By the way, I know you guys are wondering what's OC wearing tonight. Actually, nobody's thinking that at all. But I am wearing the Day-Date in platinum. Day-Date platinum ice blue dial. I saw someone wearing this on the red carpet. One of the presenters at the Golden Globes was wearing this exact model, except maybe with a fluted bezel. Yeah, this is the 228206. I know my references. Boom. Hidden Crown clasp, President bracelet, 925 plutonium. Thank you very much. Who is this? We got Enth, E-N-T-H. Welcome to the channel. You sound new. I do fear watch rob. Oh, no. Interesting theory. Just for those of you just joining, breaking news in the watch world. And it says, I do fear watch robbery is the reason behind old watch lady. Really sad to see her leave. I really, really, really hope that's not the case. For those of you just joining, old watch lady, a fixture on Instagram with 60,000 followers, one of the most positive and enlightening forces in the global watch community. Made a statement earlier today, just a couple hours ago, as a matter of fact. And it reads, attention, after a truly horrendous few weeks, I've decided to leave the world of watch collecting. I have today put my remaining watches in the hands of trusted dealers, and I will deactivate my account in the next few days. Will not be saying anything further on the subject. Peace and love. Nth, there might be something to your comment. The fact that she says, like, I've put my remaining watches in the hands of trusted dealers implies that something happened with her collection, right? Something happened. Like she either, unfortunately, the most logical scenario is that it was stolen or something catastrophic happened to it. Because if you do parse the language carefully, she does say, I have today put my remaining watches in the hands of trusted dealers after a truly horrendous few weeks. And I'm assuming maybe she was just going through the trauma of dealing with an event where her watches were lost somehow. And I would hate to think that was as a result of a burglary or a robbery, but it's sad that something like that could be a very traumatic event. I have when I got into YouTube, I put in place I spent a fortune on insurance. I spent a fortune on security here. I put in a whole new security system here. I have live agents watching the front and the back of my house at all times. It was just something I felt I needed to do because I'm on YouTube and people know the kind of collection that I have. And even if the overwhelming majority of my collection's at the bank at any given time, I still have, plenty of watches here. Even if it's 1/5 of my collection, I have 100. If I have $100,000 or $200,000 worth of watches here, that's plenty of incentive for people to break in. So I do have a state of the art security. I have live agents. I have armed patrol nearby. It costs a lot of money. But that's something I felt I had to do. Let me see here. I just got a notification. Oh wow. Do you think is this related? Is this related to Old Watch Lady, or is this unrelated? Wow, I just got terrible. Let me know, the person who sent me this. Can you just let me know if this is confirmed related to her? And if so, I'll read the article. I'll read the news here. But I do want to be respectful. If she's going through something that's very traumatic, don't want to add any stress to her situation. She'll be missed in the global watch community. And if indeed she was the victim of any kind of theft or robbery, our hearts and best wishes go out to her. Father Artifact, 15 months. No, okay, nothing to do with her. Okay, whew. All right, good. Thanks. Thank you very much. Father Artifact. Okay, no, not confirmed. All right, cool. I've turned down more watches than I've purchased, including meteorites. That's good to know. Be very, very disciplined. Be disciplined and be very discerning. Do not buy watches that are, oh, well, it'd be nice to have that. Or, yeah, that'd be add a little bit of variety. You don't need variety, guys. You don't need, 2026 is not a time for you to be getting a lot of variety and buying, oh, well, I don't have a steel GMT Bruce Wayne. You know what? Who gives a fuck? You know, let that go to somebody else. You don't need that. Unless you're going to, I'm going to be callous, unless you plan on flipping it and making $5,000, you know, don't buy and add to your collection a bunch of junk that you don't need. Nobody needs a Sprite and a Batman and a Pepsi and a root beer and a Bruce Wayne and a Batman and a Pepsi and a Guinness. Like, you don't need fucking 5 GMTs, guys. Get 1 GMT and be good. You know, and if you're someone who has platinum day dates, platinum Daytonas, Le Mans, as Father Artifact has, you have no business unless you're buying it as a gift. Buying a GMT, it's way beneath you. Forget about it. You don't need to buy steel Daytonas anymore. Don't need to buy Datejust or anything. It's over. It's over. When you reach the top, be very, very discerning. Make these guys work for their lunch. Speedy Hernandez in the chat, member of the OC channel. Thank you for being here, Speedy. Speedy is in the big island of Hawaii. The reach, our channel has global reach. But yeah, very best wishes to Old Watch Lady, 60,000 followers. And geez, I hope everything's okay with her. And if it gives her peace to sell and to get off social media, then I definitely wish that peace for her. Sad news tonight, though, in the world of watches. It's got MJ in the chat. MJ, member of the OC channel. The best GMT master is no GMT master. The Explorer 2 is a far better watch. OMJ. The Explorer 2. You know, one watch I've never owned is the Explorer 2. Comes in 2 configurations. You have the white dial. They refer to this as the Polar. The nickname is the Polar. And you've got The black dial. White or black, black or white. Your choice. Steel bezel. Remember the mock-ups when someone put a ceramic bezel on it? It's like, oh yeah, they're definitely going to move to a ceramic bezel. I was one of those people. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, they're going to put a ceramic bezel on it. They're going to modernize it. They're not going to keep a ugly old steel bezel on the thing, right? I was wrong. They kept the steel bezel, and this is more of a tool side of Rolex. The Explorer 2. It's a big watch, but it's stainless. It's brushed, steel bezel, no nonsense, high legibility, kind of cartoonish looking dial. I'll be honest with you, especially the polar. These big loom plots and orange hand stuff like that. So I don't like this watch. I have a GMT Master 2 myself. I prefer it, but these watches are boring, guys. They got to get with the program. I don't want to see a Cookie Monster with a black dial. Bring back the blue dial. I don't want to see a Cermet with a black dial. Bring back the green dial. Make it a Hulk again. Right? I'm sick and tired of a black dial on the root beer. Put in a brown dial. Mix it up. Rolex is easy to do. It's simple, okay? Simple and cheap and easy. And you can make those watches more desirable than they are today. You don't need 50 watches with the same black fucking dial. Enough is enough. Right, guys? Chris Hopper. I like this comment. Love what you're doing, OC. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate it, guys. If you appreciate the show, like the stream. Let's get to 50 likes. If you just joined, tap or click on the thumbs up button. Let's get to 50. Once we get to 50, the algorithm goes into hyper mode. I want to thank everybody who watched the stream from yesterday, by the way. I wanted to share an interesting statistic with you. Yesterday's live stream, which was about the first look of the Omega Speedmaster, the new Speedmaster, that has gotten a lot of views. It got a lot of views. 2,200 views. For this small channel, that's a lot of views. 2,200. Thanks, guys. Omega fans are hungry for information. So we were the top performing live stream globally for the Omega Speedmaster release. Triple the number of the next highest stream. Shout out to you guys. You guys made it happen. 2,200 views on yesterday's live stream. It's fucking awesome. That's incredible. It's kind of crazy. 2,200 people watched it. Who knew? I mean, it's mainly Omega people, right? There are a lot of Omega people. Now, my core group that watched was like 30 people. The smartwatch collector is like 30 folks, and then like 2,170 big Omega fans. But shout out to all you guys. If you're returning to the show, welcome back. John D's in the chat. Whoa, I just got in and you've been going for an hour already. That's right. Almost an hour. Let's see. Does anybody want to jump on and talk about anything? If you do, let me know in the chat. By the way, I want to welcome all the iBashers viewers who just joined the stream. Welcome the iBashers viewers. Thank you for sending your viewers over, whoever you are. Thank you to the iBashers for sending the audience over. Oliver Boone is in the chat. Oliver, I've seen a couple of times. You're new to the channel. Deciding between the 52. This is a Patek question. The 5270 P, salmon, or green. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. All right. Okay, well, let's see here. 5270p in green or salmon? What do I think? Okay, so the current model, pull it up, OC, pull it up, is this one, right? 5270p dash 014. That's the current model. It is a perpetual calendar with the chronograph. It's a grande complication. And it's in green. Now the price on this beast, are you looking to get it secondary or to get it new? This thing is insane. But I don't know, like if you're talking about the color, let's see. I'll pull up the other one. Patek 5270p salmon. Let me pull that one up here. I'll pull up an article from Hodinkee. I'll pull up an article from Hodinkee here. Open up this image for you guys to take a look at. Boom. Here we go. What do I think? Well, I'll tell you what I think, but I'm also going to start a poll. Which Patek do you prefer? Green or salmon? Boom. Audience participation engaged. This is the salmon one. Very traditional looking, very traditional. And then you have, of course, the green one. See if I make this a big picture here. Here's the green. And here is the salmon. Which one do you guys like? Which one? So the green has batons. It has the green. Let me show you here. The green one has the Calatrava style indices, the Calatrava faceted indices. Green dial, white text, and white railroad track. Okay. Salmon. It's a little bit more cluttered. It's a little bit more complicated looking. It's just a little bit more cluttered, a little bit different design, different font. And then you have the Arabic 1, 2, 10, 11, and 12. Okay? Different. Same case, same platinum case, but different color dial. You guys vote in the chat, vote in the poll, I should say. And when we get to 20 votes, we will read the results. Let's maybe, does anybody keep voting. Last chance to vote in the poll. I'm going to close the poll in 1 minute. Okay. Which do you prefer, green or salmon? Dear Artifact is in the chat saying hi to John D. Vimal says, I like green. John D says, definitely not green. And Vimal counters back, I like the green. John D again says, no, definitely not the green. Guys, we've got a fight going on in the chat. I don't like disagreements in the chat. Vimal countering, arguing back. No, green. John D answering back, definitely not green. It's getting ugly, guys, ugly in the chat. I don't like to see this kind of negativity. I really don't. Vimal says green again. John D's not giving up. Definitely not the green. Andy Lewis weighing in. Don't get either. Go for the black dial. Get black dial. Doc Mick says get the salmon. This is the green right here. Take a look at the green. It's green. If you go green, you're wrong. Yes. The one thing that you need to know about watch collecting is there's right and wrong. You know, like some people will say, like, you know what, there's no right or wrong. It's what you like. No, that's incorrect. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way. Some of these watches are good, some are bad. Has nothing to do with personal opinion. John D, I love this. It gets spicy in the chat. Salmon is perfect for Pride Month. Enough. So why would you say that? Why? Salmon is it's not a gay color. Is salmon a gay color? I don't have any salmon watches, so you know where OC stands on that. Anyway, breaking news at this hour, we're reporting that Patek Philippe prices are being reduced by 8%. Unsubstantiated, unconfirmed rumor, but we're the first to report it. And we're probably going to be the only people to report it because nobody else covers watch news anymore. You notice that? Nobody really does a good job covering watch news. Like some of the streams are just awful. They're supposed to be watch streams and they don't do any watch coverage. We do the best watch coverage in the business here. In the business, guys. And by the way, Father Artifact in the chat says OC's Speedmaster release coverage was the industry's best. You're damn right it was. It was the best because of all you guys in the chat and the Dear Artifact and ZD. And there was someone else who jumped on the panel too, right? It was, who was it? Dear Artifact, ZD, and got my brain. Let me know who else it was. Who was that? I feel bad. I felt bad. I don't remember the last person. Tickers. Yeah, Tickers. Yeah. Okay. It was Tickers. Tickers did a great job. Tickers was awesome. I get a lot of comments when Tickers is on. And almost all of them are positive. We've got, let's see, let's check in on the poll. Wow, with over 30 votes. Let's, I'll leave the poll open for one more minute. One more minute. There's a chance that you can sway the results. OC stands on watch business. That's right. We're standing on business here, guys. We're standing on business. And no, there's no new updates on Tracks NYC. No new updates. Rad times in the chat. You guys know I like to say hi to every single person. My customary greeting here. Green has limited wearability, but it really pops. Thank you. I like the leaf hands on the salmon. You know what? So do I. So do I. Green is cleaner. We got Greg Chess. We have Greg CHES in the chat. Welcome to the show. Make sure you're subscribed. Notifications are enabled for everybody because we do zero planning, zero prep, zero schedules here. We just fucking launch a live stream with no warning whatsoever. Okay? That's what we do. Green is cleaner. All right, let's end the poll. We're going to end it at 35 votes. One more person will vote in the poll. Boom, let's do it. And the winner, the clear winner with 69% of the vote is salmon. Salmon, and 31% said green. There you go. So you have your answer. Okay? You have your answer. It was an easy one, too. So Oliver Boone, you asked green or salmon. The watch community has spoken. It's salmon. Sorry, Greg. It's not green. Let me check my chat here. All right, cool. All good. How could you forget? I didn't forget tickers. I just had short memory. His first on-air guitar concert was up. Yeah, he did. He performed "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd. Check out yesterday's live stream on the Omega Speedmaster release. It was a live impromptu concert by T and Tickers. He actually performed Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here." We were almost hit with a copyright strike. His rendition was so on point that we came within like a few moments of getting nailed with a copyright strike. Pink. Salmon. It's salmon. It's not pink. What else do you guys want to talk about? Anything? Feel free to jump on. I don't think I have anything else. You guys know me. I'm not going to talk about Gerald Charles. I'm not going to talk about the new Arnold and Son. I'm not going to talk about the new Oris. That's just like if you like that stuff, please go somewhere else. Oh, actually, how about that? Don't like that stuff. How about this? Like don't like that stuff going forward. How about that? Just stay watching here. Continue to get brainwashed and manipulated, and reach for the crown and reach for the cross. It's probably the best thing for you, in all honesty. But for fun, I'll show you the Daytonas that I do like. Okay? Because like people are like, hey, OC, you already have a Daytona on Oyster Flex. Would you ever consider getting? Why would you turn down a Daytona? Well, here's what I got. Here's what we got here. It's salmon. It's salmon. Thank you, Genji. It's not salmon. How do you pronounce? Is it pronounced as salmon or salmon? I think it's salmon, right? Hold on. Let me check my Webster dictionary. Salmon is a popular fish, but it's also a color, right? Is it salmon or salmon? I think it's salmon. Salmon dial. Salmon. Who says salmon? The fuck? I mean, I'm easily confused. Don't forget, I'm 55, man. I got dementia. I'm almost in the full-blown dementia. We've got 4-star review. Welcome to the channel. Love the Acura. That Acura TLX. Patek needs a time-only automatic watch. The Rolex 1908 is beating them at their own game. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think that the Rolex 1908 is beating Patek in the dress watch game? I'm going to say that that's probably an underdog perspective. I think for dress pieces, like if you want one dress watch, you go Patek. You go Patek or or Vacheron. If you prefer like the Vacheron brand, like you like that old, really, really old conservative, then you go Vacheron Patrimony. But I go Patek. If you're going to get one dress watch, you don't go 1908. 1908 is for someone who has like 7 Rolexes already, like Father Artifact. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to own one of everything, so I'm getting a 1908. But do you agree with 4-star review? Welcome to the channel, by the way. Make sure you're subscribed and notifications are enabled. Set to all, not just personalized, but all. And then you'll get notified every time we go live. 6119 is time only, right? Yes, it is. It's time only with small seconds. Small seconds. Yep, no date. No date on the 6119. There's also, yeah, and also on the 6196 too. 6196 is the platinum Calatrava. All right, let's go to the Rolex Daytonas. You guys want to know? First of all, you guys tell me which specific Daytona configuration do you like? Like, if you could only have one, you'd only have one, and you have to pay for it, and you can't sell it. So here are the rules. Guys, ready for the rules? Get ready for the rules. You can buy one Daytona. You have to buy it with your own money. And you can't sell it. So don't worry about the retail price. I mean, don't worry about the resale value, because you're not going to benefit anyways. If you can't sell it. If you sell it, you have to sell it for what you paid. Or how about this? If you sell it, you get 0. That's the rule. That'll teach you a lesson, right? You buy it with your own money, and you have to keep it. If you even think about selling it, it disappears and you get 0. That's the hypothetical. Which Daytona would you buy? Let's just assume they're all available. Everything's available. Everything's available. Which one would you get? I'll tell you, there's some pieces that I like that I would buy. But you got to keep it. Got to keep it. Can't sell it. That's hard because I want to buy the pieces that go for over retail. Right? Yeah, it's actually rose opaline. Yeah, on the 6196, it's considered rose opaline. It's and for some, probably gold opaline. Very good point, Gatsby. John D, back on the previous subject, a 2-hander from Vacheron Constantin is a great old-time dressy piece. Patrimony or Traditionnel work nicely. Exactly. And better than the 1908. Just has more stature, more gravitas. You know, comes from a Holy Trinity brand. Hey, Boris is in the chat. What's up, Boris? Good to see you here. Reverso is the go-to dress watch, or a Platinum Day-Date does it all. Platinum Day-Date is sports, it's luxury, it's flex, it's bling, it's heft, it's everything. Platinum Day-Date is an incredible piece. It's hard to beat it. It's really hard to beat it. Like, I show up at a dinner, I wear this, like, I blow everybody away, except for the people with Nautiluses, Richard Milles, and like double balanced open work ceramic Royal Oaks. Those people beat me. Hey, Talkmick says, I like the gold Oysterflex black dial red secondhand. Oh boy. Damn, he's not going to be happy with me. He's not going to be happy with me. Yeah, that's a good piece. It's a good piece, but turned it down. That's a good piece though. Let me pull it up. Let's see here. I can just go to the configurator. That's yellow gold. This one right here. Now, if I forget, they call this the what do they call this? They call this the John Player or the John something or the John Mayer. What the fuck do they call this thing? The John Player Special? Or is this the Paul Newman? Why is it so confusing? Why do they have so many confusing names? But yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. And it's 40,600, which almost seems like a bargain these days, right? Almost seems like a bargain. I'll tell you the ones that I've requested. I've requested white. I've requested. Whoa, here we go. Hold on a second. Some important comments here. I got to get through all the comments. Sorry, guys. Father Artifact says, as you know, I love the Crown and it is the best brand. However, if forced to pick which one, only dress watch between 1908 6196, I picked the six. Exactly. You pick Patek for dress watch. Father Artifact, I almost feel like he watches me every single day. Like everything I'm thinking, he listens to and absorbs. He's done everything according to the OC plan. And look how it's worked out for him. Perfect collection. He got a celebration dial umbrella. Who gets that? Nobody. I've never seen one. I saw it unboxed here. I'll never see it again. No one here will ever see it again. You know, he has the ultimate collection. He's got the Le Mans. He's got 6196. He's got all kinds of good stuff. And don't go crazy buying stuff for Mother Artifact. Only get her one or two pieces. But we can get rid of the Breitling. Let's get rid of the Breitling. Yeah, stick with Patek for dress. Tobister McDonkey, the one you have right near the top, the Ghost. Yeah, that's a good one too. That's the white gold with the steel dial. They call it the Ghost or the Steel Panda, the white gold Panda. Very good watch. I like that one. I also like the white gold Meteorite that Andy Lewis likes. I like this one, but I wouldn't buy this one. The other one that I like a lot is, if I go back, we'll just configure it. We'll configure it. This one right here, yellow, gold, green dial, the one with champagne dial, the champagne subdials. Love that one a lot. That's pretty much it. Meteorite. I mean, to get better than the one I have now, I got to go Meteorite or this one. I don't like the turquoise blue one on Oyster Flex. You know, not a fan of that one. Hey, we got Arrow Slayer 2 in the chat. What's up, Arrow Slayer? Since I'm black, it has to be yellow gold Oyster Flex Pikachu with the black subdials. Okay, let's configure it. Yellow gold. There we go. Black subdials. There we go. That's known as the Golden Panda. Golden Panda. That's a good one. Is this the one right here? Pikachu? Yeah, that's a looker. There's all these panda ones with the black subdials are good. Oh, they call it the Newman? Okay, got it. So this one right here is the Newman, the Paul Newman. What's the John Player special? I can't remember which one is the John Player. I'm confused, man. This one, look at this. You got the turquoise panda, the champagne panda or golden panda, and the meteorite panda. Pandas are good. Hey, OC, says Maldives. What are your predictions for the Nautilus's 50th year anniversary? How the hell should I know? Oh man. Well, I don't know about predictions, but I can just throw out a couple of possibilities. I wouldn't call them predictions, but there's a lot of things they can do, right? They could come out with a platinum 5811, platinum 5811, and then you could pick your color dial. Platinum 5811 black dial. Boom. Platinum 5811 white dial. Boom. Platinum 5811 green dial. Boom. Platinum 5811 salmon dial. Boom. Those are 4 choices right there. Okay. 4 choices right there. Let's think out of the box. You could do yellow gold Nautilus, yellow gold 5811, blue dial. Boom. Yellow gold 5811 black dial. Boom. You could do a platinum 5740 perpetual calendar. Boom. I mean, there's so much shit you could do. You could do a platinum 5712. Fucking blow people's minds. You have a 5712 steel, which was discontinued. Now you have 5712R, which is still in the catalog. Discontinue the R, put in the P. Boom, blow some people's fucking minds. You could also do a white gold 5726. What if you did that? White gold 5720. Listen, I can come up with 10 great ideas. Maldives. Which one will they actually do? I have no idea. Maybe they'll just discontinue a bunch of stuff. Maybe they will discontinue a bunch of stuff. But very good question. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think they will do? It's an interactive chat. It's an interactive show. Let me know what you think people should do. What do you think that Patek should do? What do you think Patek should do? By the way, I want to give a huge shout out to the Archie Luxury live stream. Thank you for sending over your viewers. Wow, like everybody's feeling in the giving mood. Shout out to the Archie. If you're visiting, if you're new, checking in from the Archie Luxury live stream, welcome to the Original OC channel. Smartwatch talk for the smart collector, which is slightly different mantra from the Archie Luxury live stream. I love those guys. I love those guys over there. Good show. Good show. Yellow gold on the bracelet with the green dial, and yeah. Oh, that one's the John player. See, I don't know these names. They're confusing. John player is the gold with the black dial and the gold subdials. I always mess that up. Anyway. What else is going on, guys? 4-star review says, I like the white gold blue dial. You know, the thing about that watch is if you like it, you had a chance to buy it a long time ago because that watch was around for a long time. Now it's back. They brought it back last year, but look at the price. $56,400. Add tax onto that, you're getting pretty close to $59,000. $59,000. You can buy this watch in secondary, the previous generation, the 116. Probably, I mean, maybe a year ago you could have gotten it for around $40,000. I think prices have jumped up a little bit. What do you think the fair market price is for the 116 version? I think probably 42 to 45,000. Is that fair? You guys, smart people in the chat who know watch prices, let me know. But probably 42 to 45,000. And you don't have to pay $56,000 plus tax. If you guys have predictions, let me know in the chat. Oh, we got people jumping on the panel. I like that. I like your avatar. Cool. This is.
How did I end up over here?
Curly, you were sent over. You were. Sent
I was on
over
Archie's panel. All of a sudden, I got sent over here. What,
exactly.
How did this happen?
There's a new feature in StreamYard where basically you can. I
was over there congratulating a guy on his new Omega purchase, but it was a picture. It wasn't a reveal. It wasn't unboxing. It was just a picture.
Someone just put up a picture and said, "I got this
Tim
watch."
G kind of a Tim G kind of a reveal. It wasn't even a reveal.
Did it have European Watch Company in the background with a
sign
and a display case?
It was just a picture of a Planet Ocean, and it was like, "Oh, hey, congratulations on the new watch." What has happened? No unboxing, no umbrellas.
What kind of fucking unboxing is that?
I have no idea. I just figured, I saw the thumbnail of Archie in your thumbnail. You're getting good at these thumbnails. Those are actually a really good picture of Archie.
That's Terry Stern in my thumbnail.
Oh, it's not Archie? I thought you guys were collabing now, man. Archie's out of town. No. You put him in your thumbnail. I get sent over here.
Who thought? You guys in the chat think Terry Stern looks like Archie? That's funny. Let me know in the chat if you think there's. I've never noticed a similarity. Maybe there is.
Can't you just fucking go along with the narrative? Jesus Christ, you got to blow me out of the water.
All right. I put Archie in my thumbnail.
Happy New Year.
Why you sent Happy New Year to you too. Hope. By the way, it's very sorry to hear about the loss of your pup.
I cannot believe, OC. I cannot believe you're slipping. Listen, you were right on top of the Tranks thing. You're the auction guy. I can't believe you are missing right now.
What?
And it's live. The hottest watch auction under the sun.
Oh, you're talking about the way that Vucom does those eBay auctions?
Oh yeah, I mean, it makes me want to spend my money like right away. No more down with the crown. I want to get the crown from Vucom.
I wouldn't buy a watch from that fucking clown.
Dude, it's Bozo Circus. It's like a fucking live stream Bozo Circus.
You've got to be a complete idiot to buy your fucking watch from Vucom. It's all garbage, fucking Datejusts and old shit. I wouldn't consider anything that they sell to be authentic. I wouldn't consider. I'd be very skeptical.
I'm here to advocate for somebody, OC. You have been abusing someone that I thoroughly respect. Okay, I don't understand.
Listen, I've treated Mathis very, very well.
This is very elitist. This is a very elitist channel. Share screen, share screen, share screen. Now you're telling me
share screen.
I don't understand how you could put this man down. This guy is on the leading edge of bringing credibility and just customer service to the 47th Street crew. How could you do this? Look at this guy. Why would you buy a watch from Uncle Manny? I mean,
he looks like he's playing a gangster from Boardwalk Empire from 1925.
Dude, he's been featured on CRM. He's been featured at Happy Jewelers. He's been featured with fucking who's the guy with the Learjet and the clown costumes? Producer Michael.
This guy isn't a clown costume. Look at him. He's a fucking clown. Look how fat he is. Look how fat his face is. His name should be Fat Manny. Look at that.
For 2026, I'm doing my best not to fat shame. But let me ask you something. Okay. How does this guy look at this brand new Patek? Okay, for everybody he's very diversified. It's not just about Rolex. It's about Patek. Look at this car coat, dude. Have you ever seen a tricolored car coat like this? Look at this. You're telling me the guy doesn't scream credibility? He's right in your backyard. I mean, you could want to. Maybe you'll go get a Platona from him. It's special. Look at that. It's got the Gucci fake bag. Canal Street.
It looks like a fake bag.
So I could pick up a couple of Pateks.
I can't believe you don't trust this guy, man. Why are you always browbeating the Uncle Man? Look at that.
I don't trust this guy as far as I could throw him, and I couldn't even roll him.
Dude, he's literally got your Daytona. Look, medium box.
Anybody interested? Right here.
It's brand new. Never mind that the box is not a 2025.
Brand new.
Big box. Fake box.
Brand new 39.5.
Why would I trust a guy with a fucking fake box?
Serious people only. Brand new 39.
I thought that
fucking liar. He's a fucking liar, is what he is. I mean, he is. Look, he's just. No one.
I'm all right. Listen, I'm not a luxury watch guy, but is it brand new 2025s? Don't they come in a green box, in a green outer box?
Yes, yeah. They come with a green outer box,
right.
and that's
Well,
the wrong. That's the wrong.
Let's look
box.
past that. Let's look past. Maybe Manny's confused.
Look past the fact that it's in the wrong box. Yeah.
It's a brand new 2024. Okay, guys.
Got papers, got stickers, got
It's
everything.
got papers.
Look at look at his display cabinet. Look at from right to left. Bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down.
Garbage. It's all garbage. Yeah, I'm not a big. I think we should be. Here's what I think.
Man, you gotta
Curly.
broaden your horizons.
I'm riding these guys' backyard. I say we fucking take down the Diamond District. I think Trax and I will fucking obliterate 47th Street. We got to wipe the street clean of all these scammers, thieves. They're stealing your spring bars, stealing your links.
Imagine the gonzo you could do with Uncle Manny. Ugh. Come on, you guys got the attitude and everything. Look at this.
Okay.
All right. Let's get past
I don't want to be seen with him.
We'll get past the Rolex. Let's look. But look, he goes high horology next. Watch.
Brand new.
And of course, when you're shooting a video, you definitely got to answer the phone.
Yeah, let me call you back, Ollie.
Who's a ringer like that?
I understand. I'll call you back.
I like this guy's style. I can't, you got to give him points for style, okay? Maybe not credibility, but style-wise. Let's see what else he's got.
New.
Just throws his phone down like it's nothing. Brand new. All right, never mind. Doesn't come in a 2025 box, but brand new. Take his word for it.
Brand new
Yeah,
Starbucks. $14,000.
I know this will change your mind, OC. This will change your mind.
I waited a long time to pick it up.
Look at fresh from the AD.
Brand new Patek, box, papers, everything.
That's not even
Here's the box. Here's
that's
the
not even a
papers.
current model.
Brand new.
I don't think so.
Box
Brand
and
new.
papers.
5227. Brand new
39.5.
Patek, straight from the AD.
Brand new box.
Look at
and
Bob.
papers.
That's
available.
I just picked it up
He just got it. It's fresh. They came right hot off the grill.
from London Jewelers.
Oh,
Brand
Oh,
new
he
box
outed
and
the
papers.
AD? What the fuck?
are you supposed to do that?
No, you're not.
Is that a good move or a bad move? I don't understand. Is that honest? Is he honest?
Buckley, jump on. But London Jewelers. Like, can you back that up 2 seconds or no?
You're telling me that Buckley won't buy a watch? This is Buckley's kind of guy. This guy looks like he's played sports.
No.
This guy's at least played rugby.
Buckley's Tiffany Patek. He doesn't have to deal with fucking slime like this.
From London Jewelers.
London
brand new,
Jewelers,
box of papers.
brand new.
Brand new.
39.5.
I don't know what model
Anybody
it is.
interested? Right here.
I mean, how brand new could it be?
He's showing the. By the way, I don't have an AI bot here. Do you mind reading the chat here from the Greater Gatsby, member of the OC channel?
Oh yeah, the Greater Gatsby, our Canadian brother, Patek lowers prices and Curlocks reunited. What kind of sorcery is this? Patek lowered prices. What'd they do? They adjusted for the tariffs going on.
We're reporting from a reliable source that on February 1st, Patek will be lowering prices by 8% in the United States. That's just a rumor, unconfirmed, but we are reporting it here today.
Oh, good for them. Hey, listen, I don't know what happened, but I hope that everything's okay. I saw that Wrist and Red's channel is gone.
What?
Red and Wrist channel is gone. Not Wrist Chick's channel, but Red and Wrist Chick's channel is gone. They're the one they were live streaming on.
Oh. You mean their YouTube channel?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if YouTube took it down or they just made it private. Either way, I don't know. They were together. They were together for the holidays. They were.
Yeah. Let me just check something on Instagram.
Omega predictions. AP will take the number 3 position from Omega in the next Morgan Stanley report. Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate because they no longer have an Instagram account either. So sounds like.
Hey man, the watch market is dead. LC, we're gonna have to start covering WWE wrestling or monster trucks or something. Who knows?
No, dude, this channel has had more views in January than all of last year combined, and that was thanks to the Melee and the Diamond District Trax NYC.
Give me my fucking money.
That's insane. I mean, That stuff is insane.
I've been following that guy, but he's
continues to milk it.
Oh, well, I mean, come on. You say that
we're milking it here too.
Wouldn't we?
Yeah, I milked it for 4 streams. I mean, those 4 streams all got over one got, I think, 17,000 views. I had 271 viewers at one point, and then the other ones all got over 2,000 views.
I'm digging this question from Diego. Would you rather hunt a moose or capture a mountain lion? I would have to ask, what makes you ask?
I think he was asking me. I mean, he didn't direct it.
I would love to see you do either one.
He knows. Yeah, he knows I don't do moose hunting. Or I went to when I used to live in LA when my wife and I went for a walk in the Verdugo Hills or whatever, and a mountain lion fucking jumped right in front of our path and scared the shit out of us. You know,
that's got to be pretty scary. I've seen a couple of incidents on YouTube with mountain lions. Seem pretty dangerous for sure.
Guys, we Kurlock reunited for one time only. Maybe, who knows? Maybe back for good.
I don't know how I got sent over here, man. I'm just making the rounds. I'm over here. I'm over there.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to do artificial scarcity. You can't be on every single stream. You get your brand gets.
You don't want to be overexposed.
Exactly.
I was sad to hear about. I was sad to hear. I got to find out about the backstory. We actually inherited my watch lady's bodyguard. He's now in charge of our customer complaints department, Marty Mannion. I'm going to have to send an email to him and see what happened. That's quite surprising that she would do that. Sad to hear it too.
Yeah, let me see. I have that here. For those of you who aren't familiar, old watch lady who's a fixture on social media. She has 60,000 followers on Instagram. She's very, very popular. She never showed her face. She only showed her wrist, and her amazing collection. She just a couple hours ago made an important announcement. I'll read it to you here. Attention! After a truly horrendous few weeks, I've decided to leave the world of watch collecting. I have today put my remaining watches in the hands of trusted dealers, and I will deactivate my account in the next few days. We will not be saying anything further on the subject. Peace and love. And we can only assume that something awful happened to her collection, and something either lost or stolen or something somehow. And she decided she was just so traumatized by it that she just was too painful for her to hold on to the remaining pieces. So she's just going to completely move on to a different hobby or whatever. It's a sad thing because
there's a lot of people with that sentiment. Actually, I'm gonna do a little expose on that. There's a lot of people that are pulling the pin on collecting. I don't know if it's a sign of the times, if it's the economy. I don't know what it is, but
well, I mean, right now when your collection is decreasing in value, the natural thing that you're going to think is, okay, well, I should be consolidating and putting that money to work for me in other places. It's just good common sense. If I have 500,000 in watches, and that 500,000 is going to be worth 450,000 by the end of the year, I'm going to sell what I really, really don't want. And I take that money, I'm going to put it in the market, I'm going to put it in whatever other investments are available, and I'm going to make a return on that money. It's like, I'd rather end the year with 550 rather than 450. That's just what smart people do. You know,
yeah.
And you could love watches all you want, but if you're looking at a box of $1 million worth of watches that are sitting there and you put one on once a month, that's, as Brody would say, that's very inefficient CPW, which is cost per wear. You want low cost per wear, where everything's
I think too that I don't think they're attracting the. It seems like the new generation coming up are very non-materialistic. Who knows? I might be wrong, but they seem to be. They seem to be chasing like the I don't know, how could you call it, like the hipster trending watches, like that Studio Underground.
That's a big mistake for people to start buying cheaper, what our group calls drawer watches. Those are watches that you buy, they're $1,000 or $4,000 or $3,000.
Beanie Babies of watches.
And you think, oh, well, this is nice to have. It's cheap. I'll wear it occasionally. And what happens is it gets stuck in a box or in a drawer, and you never end up watching it because who's gonna wear a $2,000 watch when they have a $30,000 Daytona or a $50,000 Patek? You just don't. I mean, when you get to the higher level of watches, you'll see like you have a Tissot PRX right now, right? Once you get the Rolex, once you grift long enough, and you get that
I've been
Rolex,
checking that PO box after becoming a grifter every other day, man. It still hasn't come.
Still hasn't come. Greater Gatsby again. $10 Canadian super chat. That's like $73 US. Very favorable exchange rate for me. Great to see Kurlock back together again. I was hoping for Led Zeppelin, but this is good too. If you guys could break into a verse or two of "You've Got a Friend in Me," that would be epic. No, we'll leave that to the other live streamers to cover.
That's the stream I came from that sings that.
I'm sure there are plenty of people who do very poorly done cartoons and all that other garbage. They can hey, create a clip of Curly and me singing that tune. It'll probably take you weeks and weeks to do, and it'll look like an eight-year-old did it.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
How come we got to get? What if we did a modernized version of Boitano, like with 3D effects, and I'm doing like quadruple Lutzes and stuff.
Honestly, I'm on the roll with. I've got a new interest in 2026 as far as doing clips about, because he's just turned into he's made like 3 Savage panel appearances, and one of them was on our channel. Is Humble Pine.
Oh,
you just I'm trying to make a Pepe Le Pew looking Humble Pine as a cartoon Humble Pine, but.
So you got to be careful when you come on a panel, especially if you're a professional person, because I know your face gets shown, and people can do all kinds of stuff with it. Even people who are innocent or people who are guilty or whatever. You always have these malicious people who.
I know they don't have that common sense, man. They don't have the common sense. Leave the civilians alone. But
well, some people are civilians. Other people are not civilians. You put yourself in harm's way, maybe you're not a civilian.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why nobody comes on this panel. I do solo show. I haven't done it like no one's jumped on. Well, Ticker's jumped on, and Dear Artifact and ZD. Like I occasionally get panelists.
I was surprised Tickers was a little rusty.
He was little.
He was little.
No, he looked good.
Oh, I'm. Don't start, OC. I didn't say that. I said he was a little rusty on the old guitar.
Oh, rusty. Yeah, he was. He said he had like 19 guitars or 27 guitars or something like that.
I was actually surprised he went to Nashville. Good for him.
Yep. He met up with Logan, and he met up with Mr. Tudor to You in Nashville. I knew about it. I was gonna possibly go, but I had some family commitments during that time.
That's tough to travel when you got 2 dogs like he does. So good for him for making it to the good old U.S. of A. Man.
Thank you, Greater Gatsby. We've got Doc Mick in Florida in the chat. Got Skies and Boys, who I met in London when I went to London for remember that
the Bro House.
The Bro House. Passionate and real watch collectors do not look at the watches in the monetary value.
Dude, you were the soup du jour. You were the trophy for Big Archie, man. That was a great meltdown.
It's all in the past. All in the past.
What do you mean? There is no past, man. Clips. There's no past in the fucking YouTubes, baby.
This, by the way, I like Skies and Boys. I like him as a person, but this is the absolute wrong sentiment to have about watch collecting. What you really buy what you really like, not just because of investment. That's what. God, I'm gonna be very, very careful here. The winning collectors do not have that mentality. Okay, winning collectors, of course, care about which watches are hard to get, which ones are scarce, which ones are desirable, which ones go for over retail. It's absolutely a critical consideration. You never, ever, ever buy a watch just because, oh, I like it or I love it. That's how people lose tens of thousands of dollars and realize that they've made a huge mistake. So sorry, I disagree. I respect you as a person, but that's the wrong collecting philosophy.
You always got to consider the depreciation value, right?
You do have to consider depreciation.
You know what's crazy? Even the man-child got rid of the only watch that he did good on. He sold off some of his stuff, but his World Time, his Patek World Time. Mm-hmm. I mean, he had that watch for 9 months, and he only took $1,000 hit. Yeah.
That's, it's a shame because like when I first got into watches, and people know this, 2020, and I first started like watching YouTube, he had 5 Pateks. He was the king of Patek. Nobody loved Patek more than Archie Luxury, and to see him without any Pateks now is
He's
a shame.
transitioned
He
to
went through that.
He's
Well, he went to that Breguet phase, which was a disaster. He had that ugly, ugly JLC and that ugly Breguet, and I take a little bit of credit because we were in Geneva, and I said, "Listen, dude, you have to just start. So these are ugly, undesirable watches. Just there are 4 or 5 of them you really need to get rid of." And he did. He did started right after that, maybe for a different reason.
Of his Rolex, I think he's down to 1 Rolex, a Speedy, 1 Breguet.
This is someone I've never ever had on my show before.
A Zenith and. Okay, got to go now, OC. Have fun. Green Room, welcome to the panel.
Yeah.
Hold on. My StreamYard is acting crazy.
Okay, I don't want to get blamed for this. I'll see you around in the tubes, man. See you, gentlemen.
I also have to go.
Hold on.
See you later.
All right. He's gone.
It worked.
Green Room, welcome back to the community. I hope everything's well. I honestly kind of hoped that you would stay away, not because I don't like you, but because it's just healthier being away. Like
you got the same boomer sentiment that I got when you see young guys that
yeah, you don't. I don't like to. I don't like to see young people wasting 10 hours a day following live streams. It's a complete. You are going to be completely unproductive. It's really for people like us, 50s and 60s. We're retired. We have plenty of time on our hands and stuff like. I don't watch gazillion live streams. I come on and I do this for fun. But it's a online social club. But for young people to be spending, there's way too many young people throwing their lives away on social media. That's my opinion. So I
got the same opinion, but that's why they make fun of us.
Fair enough. Who was that? That was Green Room. Who actually did an interview with Green Room way back and Kelly the Quail way back in 2022 on his channel.
Yeah, you and the guy from Florida were in the running for a producer, and obviously Green Room made the wrong choice because look at what happened. He had to end up firing him. I think he would have made a good Green Room producer.
By the way, I want to share this. This is the old, let's see. This is the old watch ladies Instagram. All kinds of diverse pieces here. I just received word. Let me just double check my messages here.
Oh, you know what? Big respect. She likes tattoos too.
Yeah, I just received word that unfortunately, if you refresh this, she's deleted her entire Instagram.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, this may be your last chance to ever, like on this live stream, view the pieces from her collection: Omegas, Hoyers, tons of Cartier, lots of Rolex. I mean, just look at this. Oh, it looks like all of them are gone. They're already. So she's deleted almost all of them already. Yeah. It's a shame.
Wow, the watch space is losing some big names, man. And here they are. The 47th Street people are all going viral. Boxer fan, Curly, any chance you make it to Watches and Wonders this year? Well, I mean, did you hear that resounding answer coming from OC?
I mean, that would be.
I actually have a really good friend of mine that I grew up with that actually lives in Switzerland. I was the best man at his wedding. He had a traditional Swiss wedding, and then we had to have a traditional reception. I'm saying, but he got married in Switzerland and in Italy, which was weird. The Switzerland one was in a giant high-end barn, which was interesting. Him and his new bride had for some reason, it's some kind of a tradition to cut a log, saw a log. It was really strange. Yeah, it was a lot different than the reception that we had in Italy for him. It was more normal, I think.
Guys, we have questions for Curly Kush. That's the name that he chose as his display name for today. Type them in your chat.
I actually do got to run. I just wanted to stop by, say Happy New Year, and thank you for the sentiment when you when you put that message in the other channel, on my channel.
Yep. All right.
See yous.
Thanks for popping in. Open panel. We've got it's Park Bench Ultra, or whatever it's called, where people are allowed to just jump on and talk stuff. Doc Mick in Florida. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, it's really sad about Old Watch Lady. God, dang it. If she got robbed or her watches were stolen, that'd be really, really tragic. Really tragic. All right. What else? Anything else? Is that it? Is that the show? Are we done? I'll go back to real quick. I want to show you the Rolexes that I would get, the Rolex Daytona specifically. Rolex.com. I'm going to here are my choices. Okay, here's what I like. I like the high-end stuff. So is this a hard watch to get? You better believe it's hard, but this I think is a no-brainer. I think they nailed it. They nailed it with this one. Yellow gold, green dial, champagne subdials. It's expensive though. It's expensive, very expensive. And then other than that, you guys know I always like the platinum. So platinum baguette or platinum regular, 84,000. Holy shit, platinum diamond baguette is 91,000 now. 91,000. Who can afford these watches? I certainly can't. And then look at I like this one, the white gold Oyster Flex Meteorite. Yeah, I think this one's the Ghost here, and then you got the Meteorite Panda. Probably this one, 47,300. Even this is expensive. Vamal says, yay or nay on two-tone Daytonas? Well, if you're a chick, it's a yay. If you're a chick, you can go for this one, white dial. This is a great watch. Black diamond, never buy black diamond. Never buy anything with these ugly circular diamonds with the square settings. Never ever do that. Those are the worst. Ugly. So that's an absolute no. The white one, yes, if you're a woman. And then you have two left. You got champagne, which I think is attractive. And you have black dial. 24,000. When I first was getting into watches in 2020, these were 17,000. 17,000, now they're 24,000. It's a big increase. Very big increase. And they were sometimes the two tones were sitting in the case occasionally. Even in 2020. So Vimal, do you really want a two-tone Daytona? I mean, there are other, if you like two-tone root beer is better, two-tone bluesy is better, a two-tone Datejust is better than this. With the Daytona, you go either steel or precious metal. Once you've gone precious metal in a Daytona, you don't go back to steel. Okay? You're just not going to wear it. Fair enough. Diego M is in the chat. Why would you buy two-tone when steel? This is exactly what I just said, by the way. Why would you buy two-tone when steel and full precious metal exist? That's right. You either get full precious metal, you get Oyster Flex, or you get steel. You don't buy two-tone. Two-tone's for the ladies. Let the ladies buy two-tone. What else? Anything else? Anything else? Boxer, do you want to come on the stream and show us your watch? Jump on. Don't be shy. Jump on. Jump on. That was also breaking news that Curly shared about Red and Wrist. Apparently, Red and Wrist YouTube channel is gone and their Instagram is gone. So I hope everything's okay there. And I hope everything's okay with Old Watch Lady. Guys, we've got 65 people. I think most of you are coming over from iBashers and the Archie Luxury live stream, because I don't have this many actual viewers. What's going on, guys? Does anybody else want to jump on? So let me tell you. So I'll go back. I already showed you, like, white dial. I mean, white gold with meteorite dial Daytona. That's it for me. That'd be a good next one. Anything else? Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Thanks, OC. Makes sense. Yeah. Thanks to the chat too. They agree with me. Do not do what Skyzen says. Do not buy what you love, and do not do that. Buy what you like and don't worry about what it costs or what it will be. That's what those are for loser watch channels. If you go to the loser watch channels, that's what they say over there. No offense. I'm just trying to keep it real. extra viewers because they got to hear the shroom. I couldn't hear anything. My StreamYard was acting up. I couldn't actually see. I unveiled the Le Mans on resin. Oh, you're the guy? Oh, okay. Well, their channel's gone. You should probably jump on here and unbox it here. This is where all the Rolex and Patek people come to unbox. Boxer fans. We're the official channel of Crown and Cross unboxings here. So welcome to the community. And if you're in did you say you were in New York? If you're in New York, hey, just reach out to me on Instagram. A guy who, I love these spicy comments. The guy who rocks a two-tone Gaytona is also rolling in a dropped Honda Civic with spinners, also in two-tone. Thank you, John D. All right. I think we're done. I can't think of anything else to cover. I don't want to just drag it on and on if I don't have a topic. I'll give you guys a chance to, let's see, 2-minute warning, and you guys can jump, or you can start leaving in droves, and I'll end the stream. If we can drop down to like 20 viewers, I'll end it. Let me see if anybody else is streaming tonight. Is anybody else streaming? Nobody's streaming. No wonder everybody's here. You guys are bored out of your mind. Nobody's streaming right now. That's what it is. You are so addicted to boring watch talk that you'll even come here. Got it. Yeah, guys, you don't need to get any more Rolex. No, you don't. Look at this. Yeah, you got everything you want, right? Anything else in the chat? Come on, jump on. Someone jump. I'll drop the link because you guys are too lazy to click on the link at the top of the chat. So I'll drop it here. This will subliminally encourage you to jump on the panel. Let's see. By the way, if you're watching, upvote the live stream. Hit the upvote button. If you're on your phone, tap it in your YouTube app. If you're on the laptop, use your clickety-clackety mouse to click on it. Click on the upvote, the thumbs up button. Anything else? Okay, so just to recap, breaking news today. We are reporting based on somewhat reliable sources that Patek Philippe will be lowering prices. Patek Philippe will be lowering prices. On across the board, 8% in the United States, okay? And we do not have confirmation on any pricing changes in the rest of the world. 8% decrease in the United States. The other stuff is just stuff that may not be real, may be real, who knows? Profit margins going up. We can expect a price increase coming later. Who knows any of that stuff? Who knows? Right? But we are reporting here, based on reliable sources, price decreases in the United States coming soon. And that's it. That's the recap. Macallan Drinker, member of the OC channel, upvoted late to the stream. Yeah, go back 2 hours and 36 minutes. To the beginning of the stream, but hello, Macallan Drinker. What else? Anything else? I can just sit here and do nothing. That works for me. Really, really shocking news. Really disheartening news about Old Watch Lady. It appears something happened to her collection, some kind of traumatic event. Here she says that she's put the remaining watches that she has in the hands of trusted dealers and will be deactivating her account. Let me just refresh her Instagram. Yeah. Unfortunately, in the short time that we were here, she deleted everything. She deleted everything from Instagram now. So like watching this stream was your last chance to see the entire breadth of stuff that was in her collection. It is a shame. We, on behalf of all of us, we wish her the very best and hope that she achieves peace and tranquility going forward. Skies and Boys in the chat says, I would rather have a 5470p than a 5712 personally. 54 Patek 5470p. Let's check it out. Okay, 5470p. That is a chronograph. A grand complication. A high beat chronograph. With Breguet numerals. I'd rather have one than a 5712. 5712 is the stainless steel Patek Nautilus moon phase. A person in the back. Yo,
Hey.
Aussie expat.
How you doing, OC? Great stream.
Thank you. Thanks for hopping
Would
on.
you ever see yourself doing that? There comes a point you throw it all in, you get rid of everything you've got.
Oh, you never know. You never know. I'm old, so what if in a few years, like, I don't even want a daily piece anymore for whatever reason? Let's say I retire to the the coast of France or whatever, and for whatever reason it makes no sense to even have one watch. Then
Not
yeah,
even a
in theory.
Rolex. That's like you can't even get away with a Rolex. Wow.
Right, because you never know. You might just feel uncomfortable wearing it in public or whatever. So maybe
You got creeped out or something. You feel like people are watching you.
You never know. Yeah.
Yeah, it could happen. Could happen.
Yeah.
I do look at that perspective. Like if I didn't live in Las Vegas, there's kind of no way some of the pieces I've got would I have them, because it just doesn't make sense to walk around with such a piece.
Yeah.
Like if I went back to the island of criminals and thieves and scum, called my hometown in Australia, it might not be a good idea.
Your Wi-Fi is pretty slow today. You didn't pay the bill.
It's me?
Yeah, I think it's you.
Okay, that's.
Is it me or is it Aussie, guys, in the chat? Or are we both bad? Let us know.
It could be both of us. I'm literally right next to my router, and I've got gigabit optic, so there could be something wrong, but
It could be StreamYard itself.
Yeah, it could be something.
Do you have anything to share on any of the topics covered over the last couple of days, either the Omega release or anything else?
The Omega release, what's interesting is I think that they literally called it a moonwatch. It's very smart of them to expand that line, because I saw Teddy Bulbasaur had like a watch tournament for Omega, and the black sapphire sandwich won. And it means it eliminated things like the Snoopy and all these other things, and including the 321, which is just crazy. And I gather that a lot of the reason that it won is because people quote unquote want a moonwatch. To some extent has to be a little bit more traditional. One over the white dial, the black dial one over the white dial. So I think it makes sense that they'd come out for reverse panda rather than the panda first, because clearly people still want black dial, moonwatchy looking moonwatch, and it's a premium looking moonwatch. So that's it's a good step, but man, that is expensive for that movement, especially.
Well, expensive is all relative. I think, $17,000 for a Daytona these days. So I know it's not a Daytona.
It's true. I mean, I just sold my sapphire sandwich for $5,000, and basically the same watch is now what, $10,000 retail. It's unbelievable. The gap between the secondary market and primary market for Omega is just rapidly escalating. But Patek reducing prices, that's kind of wild. You wouldn't hesitate to think that. I mean, there are no other brands reducing prices.
Well, if you asked people 4 weeks ago whether or not Patek would lower prices as a result of tariffs being reduced, everyone would say, "Fuck it, no, they're gonna let demand catch up to the prices." And so it is a little bit of a surprise that they're doing, because you're not supposed to lower prices, right? It's like everyone falls into these traps where they think Rolex always does this, or Omega always does that, and Patek always does this. Like, well, watch brands never lower prices. Like, well, AP lowers prices occasionally. When they 2 or 3 years ago, they had the Code 1159 chronograph. It hit like 54,000. They quietly lowered the price, like by 5 or 8% or whatever overnight when it got silly. So they do it from time to time.
The Rolex lowered the price of the Steel Yachtmaster a couple of years ago by $50.
They do stuff like that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, clearly they I mean, who knows how much is real, but the only feedback they would have been getting would be from dealers, and perhaps dealers were really upset.
Well, I think customers were also upset, but dealers also, I think the customer feedback was like, what, raising prices as a result of tariffs, is not a good look. The dealers were like, listen, we're not selling pieces now. That's the only feedback that a retail that a
dealer's going to send back.
Yeah, the dealers said, listen, we can't. We're trying, but we're having a hard time selling pieces. Just got to let you know. That's the feedback that matters. Okay, what do we need to do? We need to lower prices. We need to do something to sends a signal to the market, like, hey, come back in again. We're not crazy. The 80 games don't work. I mean, there was a time where you thought even the 80 games don't work for anybody but Rolex. But now in 2026, the games don't even work for Rolex. I mean, think about it. If you go in saying, I'll buy a Cookie Monster for 56,000, but you say, listen, I'll buy the Cookie Monster, but I want a Steel Daytona. Even that math doesn't work.
Yeah. You could make some combos work, but there's certainly a lot less that does. I certainly wouldn't recommend it. I mean, Rolex tend not to be very transactional, so even if you think you've got a reasonable deal, they might not follow through.
Yeah, but even if you have a commitment, the numbers. I mean, I guess you could argue that, oh well, I'm getting X amount of purchase history, so that helps me down the line, even though I'm losing 15,000 on one piece instead of paying 10,000 more. I mean, because like you can literally get Steel Daytonas for what? There's what, 32,000, 33,000. What are they now? The white dial ones?
Yeah, 33, something like that.
33. So there's 16 plus tax, 17 plus tax. That's 20.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or they say they're 19.
Yeah. Could get you there. I mean, like a path these days might start off with a Submariner even, and you're not really losing money on that. It's not flippable, but it's not a bad way to start. And then you'll get like a GMT maybe is plausible. But not a Pepsi.
Meanwhile, you're waiting 6 months or 8 months or 9 months in between these pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. But look, I don't actually know what it would take to get a Panda these days. I don't know.
Yeah, it might take.
You think it's six-figure spend in these days? I don't know.
100,000. They would be stupid. They would be stupid not to have a minimum spend of 100,000 at least. If they're giving Pandas to people who haven't spent 100,000 or at least bought 3 watches, then they're making a mistake. And I'm all for rewarding people, genuine collectors who really love the watch. But if you really love Rolex and you haven't bought 3 pieces, fuck you. You don't deserve a Steel Daytona.
Yeah, I'd find it very surprising, someone who actually likes Rolex, but they can't find 3 watches that they will love forever. Exactly. Yeah, it just, I mean, yeah. But I do know someone who's primarily Omega, and he says the only Rolexes he would want would be a Pepsi and a Daytona, a Panda Daytona. And I can respect that, but it's just not going to happen.
Well, I respect collectors who only pick the models that go for way over retail. Yeah.
No, yeah.
But let's not pretend like that's not a consideration for them. Just so happens that the only 2 models that they like are the 2 models that go for way over retail.
I think the one thing that you shouldn't do is to cuck yourself out of what you at least think you like just because it's super hype. You know what I mean? I see that with a lot of people. If someone's trying to get a new watch, I let them look at the catalog or look at my watches, and I don't tell them anything about like the games or the prices or anything like that. And a lot of them do pick the Panda Daytona. And I'm like, that's a good choice. It's a really good choice. I've got bad news for you, but at least you know what you want. Like you didn't pick it out of this sort of haze of like what's hype and what's got value. You know you actually like that watch before I told you that it's fucking hype.
Yeah,
so
but even the white dial Daytona isn't. It still has the thin rings. It doesn't have the full Panda like the precious metal versions do.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, I like it makes sense on the ceramic steel because it has a sort of recursive design pattern where you go from black Cerachrome bezel to white dial to black subdial ring to internal white. Like it makes sense. Like there's this recursive design aesthetic that's important.
Chromatically, both of these work very well.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But this one also with the full black subdials would be a true Panda. That's the debate that always, whereas if I go to a full gold, that's why people really like the aesthetic of the Pikachu.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I personally chose for myself to have the ones that are the rings that aren't fully blacked out. I kind of like the rings aesthetic, and I like it sort of a bit of a throwback to the Zenith era Daytonas.
Yep. But
so I
got it. But you have a yellow gold with just the rings, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I have the rings.
But that's an older piece.
That's a 12 series.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the 12 series. I liked it because it's the only dial that is new to the 12 series that wasn't already available in the 11. Because if you want the Pikachu, I kind of feel the 11 series was better for the Pikachu. Like I kind of like the look of it better on the 11.
Got it. So it's this one, full champagne, yellow gold with champagne with the black subdials, black rings.
Yeah.
52,600. I bet you're glad you got it before the price increase.
Yeah, and I was very aware of what I was doing at the time. Rolex hadn't increased the prices since almost basically pre-COVID. Like they had like minor adjustments, like 2 or 3%, but gold had doubled in that time frame, and I knew for sure that they would bump it up in the next year. And January 1, 2025, it went up 16.5%, if I recall correctly. This year's increase just adds a little bit more pain to the suffering. So in the space of 13 months, it went from 40,000 to more than 50,000. It's it's a lot of increase. This being said, on Rolex's side, it's still pretty good value for luxury, as in on Rolex's side of the bargain, they're probably paying $10,000 more in costs compared to 2 years ago, and they've increased the price by $10,000. Right. Yeah, so the margins as a percentage has actually come down.
Yeah, that you're looking at it from a cost of goods point of view to calculate value in that way. But the other way is you have to look at it versus the competition, and still, there are other brands where you're spending $50,000 for a precious metal watch with a rubber or alligator bracelet, as opposed to a full metal bracelet. So,
well, to get into anything gold in the Royal Oak category, I think it's like minimum 80 something. So
Buckley wants show and tell. Can you do show and tell? What watches do you have there?
Me? I've sort of minimized a little bit, so I'm just got the Pepsi and
Rolex Pepsi
and
on
a Tudor.
Jubilee.
Yeah. I'm cheating though. The Jubilee came from my back girl.
Got it.
That's a pretty it's a fair topic. Someone said that that's not real. I was like, I own both watches. It's not. It's up to me which one has the bracelet. But but it didn't come from the factory with that bracelet. I'm like,
it's the same bracelet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a possible? Do you have any predictions for Rolex for 2026? Like it's the I think I saw a rumor somewhere. Maybe it's not a rumor, but what if they added the Jubilee bracelet onto the steel Daytona?
That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
Well, didn't it come in the 60s with a Jubilee bracelet? I think it did.
Oh, did it? Wow.
Yeah, it has there. Yeah, there's precedent for it being on a Jubilee bracelet. I think there's a chance they could do it. I think there are a lot of little things like I talked about it earlier that they could do. They could bring back this, add the blue dial to the Cookie Monster, make it a Smurf again. Bring back the green dial to the Kermit, make it a Hulk. Bring a brown dial to the root beer, make it a more authentic root beer. There's so many.
I want the more authentic root beer, but that ship has sailed so much already.
Hey, ships have a way of coming back around again. So when you say you've dropped down to 2, that means what? You got rid of all the rest of them, or they're just like you don't wear them anymore? What's going on?
No, I just I'm keeping more in the bank at a time. Like I'm just getting out of the house and doing fun stuff more often. So I just don't like keeping things around.
That leads to a very high cost per wear. That's the Brody metric, means that you've got watches sitting there doing nothing without wrist time, super high cost per wear, not very efficient.
Well, I'm still wearing one of the watches. I mean, it doesn't change. It just means that whatever watch I pick, I might be doing something less appropriate with it at a time. Like, I might be hiking in the morning with the Pepsi, or I might go to a dinner with a Tudor. That's like
that doesn't even sound good. That doesn't even sound good.
Hey, no, it depends which Tudor. There aren't that many, but it depends which Tudor.
If you have questions for Aussie Expat, type them in the chat. We still have people watching, which is surprising. But it's late, and this stream is about to go for 3 hours. We're going to end it at the 3-hour mark. So last minute questions for Aussie Expat, or if you want, we might be able to convince him to stay on for 5 minutes for a VIP after show. But this is usually the signal for you guys to start leaving immediately, start exiting out of the chat, start doing something better. Go grab a pint of ice cream from the freezer, crack it open, pour a little hot fudge on top, have some dessert, kick back, watch the game, do something.
I had to calculate a few drawdown strategies in retirement, and if your loan to value ratio got out of whack, you got margin called, what's the piece that would go out the door for you?
Oh, I already have, like, for me, there are 5 pieces already on the chopping block. I have
right.
Well, actually 6. I mean, Sea Dweller 43. I have a Panda Daytona, which isn't going to be worn. I have a Pepsi on Jubilee that could go. I have King Midas. I have Texan. I have Oyster.
You get rid of the Pepsi?
Yeah,
it's Pepsi, good money.
Yeah, I mean, what do I need? What do I need a Pepsi for when I have a platinum day-date, which is like a daily? Or if I have an Oyster Flex Daytona, I have a Royal Oak and I have a Patek Philippe. I mean, really, think about it. I mean, if you have 4 or 5 of those, what do you really need?
I mean, it's hard to displace a steel Rolex. It's like
I mean, like I would argue that, like, the steel Daytona is. Do you have a steel Daytona?
Yeah.
Do you ever wear it?
I wear it a lot. I wear it a lot.
I think I don't wear it. It's like I don't. Yeah, nobody goes to dinner with a Tudor. But he's spot on. Don't ever say that again. No, there's no restaurant, not even McDonald's. I mean, I wouldn't. Taco Bell. Nothing is good with it. Wiener Schnitzel. They wouldn't even allow anybody in with a Tudor. So don't
come
do
on.
that.
The chronos, the pink and the turquoise chronos are pretty hype.
They're thick.
They're pretty hype still.
They're hype.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't matter. It's super hype. I got one, and you can't get one. That's what that says.
the thing is, Jeff got one. Jeff got the Miami Blue or whatever it's called, or the
Nice.
Flamingo Blue. Doesn't wear it.
Very
The
nice.
guy's got a Le Mans, got a platinum.
That's
Daytona,
crazy.
Richard Mills, FP Journes, Pateks. Who's gonna wear that? Seriously, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Collector like you in Vegas, walking around with a fucking pink Tudor.
Look, I've shown my collection.
Well, my daughter. Don't start with the sentimental stuff. Oh well, I've got it because when I look at my daughter, I think of
No.
pass
It's
it down
just
to her
it's just a
one day.
hype piece.
Whatever.
No, but it is the watch that freaks out SAs. Like I've been to a Rolex boutique in Australia. I went to a Rolex boutique in, I think it was Spain, and showing them my collection on the phone, it's the pink Tudor that they freak out at. It's like, you've got that watch. Like it's not the Panda. It's not anything else. It's like it's the pink. The pink Tudor is what gets everyone freaked out each time. I don't understand it. Sorry?
Who are these essays?
I think they're SAs who've just had to deal with like 1,000,000,001 people saying, I want the pink Tudor. It's really just that kind of crazy.
Pink Oyster Perpetual 41. That was a good addition to the lineup, right?
For who?
For anybody who can get it.
Oh, the new one. I went to look at the OPs after you mentioned that, and I decided the pistachio is king. It's so nice in person. And
let's pull it up. It's been a while since I pulled up the Oyster Perpetuals here. Let's check them out.
Yeah. Bateman was talking about, his panel was talking about how the 36 is really the ideal size in the OP, and he's probably right. I mean, if you've got a wrist that will, support a 36 and still look manly, I think he's probably right. I've asked for 41, but I'm thinking about switching.
I'd probably get a 41. Maybe it would be slightly too big for me. I'm not quite sure. Look at this. They have a lot of variety in the colors in the 41 now. They got black. Blue. They've got the green, which is a holdover. They have the pistachio, the new pink with the black plots, and they have the silver, which is a carryover for when they launched the model in 2022, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the beige climber.
The beige in person is also much, much better than you think it would be.
These give me Nomos kind of vibes, but better than Nomos because they're Rolex. But the colors I think are inspired. They remind me of kind of that kind of a casual brand.
I think of these colors are a lot more skin tone dependent as well, because they're a lot more subdued in general and subtle. That the color of your skin will also dictate a little bit which one is the right one for you.
Yeah, pistachio's nice. I mean, they all a lot of them trade for over retail, so that's good.
That's true. I really love the Med Blue. I think that one's like completely underrated, but It's really nice, but in person, I was not as blown away by it as I was the pistachio.
Got it. Mathis doesn't like any of these colors. Says these colors are ass. And which one is Grey Poupon? The gray one? I mean, the beige one? Beige one's Grey Poupon. Pardon me, do you have any beige OPs? Guys, it's been a 3-hour stream. I want to thank Aussie Expat, Curly, Green Room for jumping on, even if they jumped on for just a little bit. And all you guys in the chat for making it a great show. Shout out to Old Watch Lady. Wish her the best. And reach for the crown and reach for the cross. And let's see, let's play something. We'll play an outro for you guys in the spirit of, let's see. We'll play you out with a little Triumph of Endurance. What do you say? Triumph of Endurance. And if you want to say hi to Aussie Expat, I will drop the link. Hold on a second here. VIP after show. Come say hi to Aussie Expat and me for a few minutes after the show. And Aussie, thanks. Peace out.
There is a race none can win. No matter your skill or execution.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
No matter how hard you try. Control everything you can, while accepting anything you can't. If you disregard any and all opposition, focusing solely on your own way, if, whenever you need to, you don't hesitate to restart the clock, and leave to others the counting of its seconds. You may come to realize that, actually, it never was a race to begin with. And if it isn't a race, then you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The Cosmograph Daytona.